Hello. Hello, hello. Testing, testing. I hope everyone can hear me okay. I've been having some issues here. Let's see. There we go. Things look pretty good. Okay, I think we're good. Stream looks healthy. I think we're live. No one's in here yet, I don't think, which is fine. Still making sure everything is good here. Hope my volume is okay. It sounded good in my test, but I mean, if you're watching this on playback, hopefully this doesn't bother you. This is just a quick 1-minute preamble to make sure I'm all set up here and good. If anyone's there, how you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Let's go ahead and get off of dev mode, so you can see all my cheating activities. My loud chair. Oh, so many fun things happening on a Saturday. Alright, we're doing it live. Surprise stream. Let's move some stuff around here. Okay, that looks good. We're looking good. We're looking good. If anyone can hear me out there in the YouTube universe, please let me know if the stream sounds okay. That would be some... Oh, there's my dog. Well, one of the dogs. That's fun. Amazon's dropping off a package, so hopefully that doesn't bother you either on the playback, or if you're listening to it live right now. Actually, let me mute it real quick while I deal with that. Okay, we are back. We are back. Alright. No one's here, which is good, because no one saw me just go away real quick to get a package, which is awesome. Alright, perfect. So anyway, how are we doing today? Hopefully you can hear me okay. If anyone's there and can hear me, please let me know. I was having some troubles with the setup earlier. For any of those who are watching this on playback or listening, we are going to go ahead and get started. We are doing Rimworld. We're playing through the Anomaly startup here. Have a little bit of a custom setup where we are basically a group of researchers. I kind of forget what I called us. I don't really mess around with ideology too much, but I did set up that. Yeah, we are the Society of Unnatural Research, otherwise known as SOUR. And yeah, it's right now I did the easiest ideology setting, and the main reason why is just because well, I don't really like ideology that much. I mean, it's cool, it's fun, but I'm not very good at it. So I did the basic one where it kind of builds over time. I think chose cultured from it's like ideology expanded. And if you're watching this on the playback or streaming right now, I'll just let you take a quick glance of all the precepts here. Oh, our goddess. We have a goddess named Philosikia. It's a fun little name. And really what we're trying to do is gather wisdom. We're going to be studying different entities, things like that, for the next few hours here. But yeah, so let's go ahead here and start jumping right on in. Okay, let me just check one more thing real quick here. There we go. Perfect. All right. So, first things first, we are in a coastal region. Let's jump into the map. I'll let you guys kind of glance and see what we're working with here. Once this thing loads up. Hey, what's going on? Bixleo, is it Bixleo or something to that effect? Yeah, how you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's currently 6 p.m. where I'm at, or 1800 for those of you who aren't working off of U.S. time. What's going on, good thieves? Hope you guys are doing all right. Oh, yeah, let me click over here and click back. There we go. So yeah, we're on this coastal area here. It's the reason I chose it is because it has this neat landform feature. Does it say it here? I know it says it somewhere nearby. Well, either way, it's this cool feature of a hidden cove, and I felt like a nice little spot that a research team would want to build and do some stuff. Oh, that's cool, man. Brazil, huh? That's awesome. I'm sure the weather down there is awesome. Florida's pretty good too. We're in the 80s today. But yeah, Brazil, that's really cool. I was actually going to go to Brazil once. It never happened, of course. It was during the oh, what's it there? The Olympics, when you guys were doing the Olympics back in, what was it, like 2012? No, 2014. I don't remember when. Yeah, me and my girlfriend at the time, she was Brazilian, and she has some family down there, and we were actually planning the whole thing out, and it didn't end up happening because she got really scared. Her abuela, or whatever the Portuguese version of that is, I don't know if it's the same thing or not, she got really nervous. We were going to stay at her house, but she lives right next to the, I think it's called villas. It's where all the, I don't know, I always think of like those movies where people are jumping from rooftop to rooftop, you know what I mean? And, but she lived in one of those, and I guess people, the different gangs that were holding power there were at like war with the government, and they're trying to push me. Oh, it was a whole crazy thing. It was in the news at the time. But yeah, she got really scared for my life because I'm woefully white, and so she was nervous that I was going to be taken advantage of because I don't speak the language and stuff like that. So we didn't end up going. I still wanted to go, but she refused. But yeah, that's my story about how I almost went to Brazil. Oh yeah, oh, very cool. Rainy night, warm mug of bean juice. Bean juice, that sounds crazy. Never had that before. I hope it tastes good. In Canada, nice. Very nice. Neighbors up north. That's awesome. Canada, that reminds me of The Long Dark. The Long Dark, I think that takes place in Canada, right? That survival game. It's a good time. It's 1 a.m. here. Wish it was earlier. Would be perfect thing to. Hey, I'll have to synchronize time with you better next time. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Bean juice. Gotcha. You know what? That's on me. I literally went right to bean juice, and I was like, huh. But that makes complete sense now that you say coffee. Favelas, yes, the favelas. I think that's how you say it. I'm probably butchering that, but yes. Funny enough, before we get in, when I was dating her, I really wanted to make an impression on her grandmother because she only spoke Portuguese. And at the time, we didn't really have like what we have today as far as language assisting, like learning models, things like that. So we didn't have like, what is it called, Babbel and all this cool stuff. All we really had in like 2013 was Rosetta Stone. I don't know if any of you guys remember that, but it was this whole thing you had to get through like a company, and they sent you a little headset that would like pick up on your voice, and it was like a terrible headset. Good times. I started learning Portuguese for like 2 months, and then we ended up not going, and I forgot pretty much all the Portuguese I had ever learned in those 2 months. So, all right, let's go ahead here. I'm over here rambling, getting excited talking about Brazil and stuff. That's really cool, guys. Thanks for joining. I can't believe there's people watching from other countries. I'm just here in little old Florida. So let's go ahead and first allow these guys to... Oh man, my system's lagging already. I work off of a MacBook. Let me turn up this fan here. You might hear a little bit like a wind sound. It shouldn't be too bad, though. There we go. It's like a little fan I have for my MacBook. Yeah, I work off a MacBook Air. That's how I make all these videos, so it's terrible. I'm saving up to get a PC eventually. Okay, so, yeah, let me go ahead here, introduce you to who we got. Originally, the, what's it here? Fallen Monolith was over here, in this little spot. Yeah, right here. And I didn't really like that, because you have all this nice real estate for a cool cove settlement, and up here just felt too, because you have to be kind of close to it. It just felt too far to the north, where we wouldn't really be able to enjoy the rest of the map. So, yeah, put it down here instead. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, hey, we got that here in America too, man. So, don't, it's all over the place, right? I mean, when people go to like, I've been to New York City plenty of times. I grew up in Pennsylvania, so I'm a Philly guy. I've been to Philly many times too, and it was only like 2 hours from my house when I was living up there. So, yeah, we have a lot of that too. So, it's a whole thing. But yeah, yeah, it would have been cool. I would have loved to have seen Brazil and all the neat things down there. But maybe one day. Maybe one day. I'll have to find another Brazilian girl, right? Alright, let's see here. So, I do have a lot of mods going here. You know what? Let me show you guys what I got going on for mods. I have so many right now from different series that I've been kind of working on back and forth. I don't even know what mods I have going on here. Is this the best way to see it? I guess so. I have like all of this happening. So if you guys want to do this on a playback, you could check it out for yourselves. But I got a lot of stuff going on. So much so, in fact, that when I do certain things, it'll bring up this whole debug list. And I've given up on trying to get it figured out. One of these days, I'm just going to kind of pull all the mods off and then kind of work it back. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started here. I feel like I wasted enough of your time. And we'll check out our colonists as they're landing here. Let's get a little stockpile zone going quick. That way they're not wasting too much time. Let's just throw it right here. Just to get them something to do. There we go. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and make all this allowed too. Where's allow? There it is. And can you guys hear me okay? I was messing with the audio before. I have a Yeti mic, so I'm not too sure how well it's getting picked up. I've been messing around with settings all day for the most part, in between working on stuff at the house. There we go. But yeah, so let's check out here Alfred. So we have the Ashmore family. This kind of happened by accident, believe it or not. I was randomly picking folks, and oh, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the feedback there. So this kind of happened by accident. So this was Alfred. This is who I originally got when I was doing a roll, and then I saw Astrid down in the like the extra pawn area, and then eventually I kept randomly rolling until I got someone decent, and it happened to be Mo. They were originally named, their last names were originally Ash Throat, and I just thought that sounded very inappropriate, very naughty. Too naughty for YouTube. Ash Throat sounds rather suggestive, so I went ahead and switched it to Ashmore. Do I have a favorite OTS of the game? You know what? I kind of do, but I don't even know the name of the song, to be honest. I'm a terrible person. I enjoy a lot of stuff, but I forget the names of most of the things. Like, yeah, I'm one of those people. I can't even, like, carry a tune well enough to, like, kind of say it to you. But if I hear it, I have the soundtrack on in the back playing randomly at times. So if it comes on, I'll be like, hey, that's the one. That's the one. So let's go ahead and look at the Ashmore family. This is Alfred, the father. And he's a Navy scientist, engineer, helper, a recluse, and a mad surgeon. So he's going to do pretty good with some surgeries here. He's got some decent skills. His main things is medical and intellectual. He's pretty overpowered in those two areas. But he's an older guy, so I guess he has a lot of wisdom. We have Astrid here. She's a quick sleeper, will not do any firefighting. She has some overall pretty good skills. She loves plants. She originally started off as a medical helper for her father. And then she turned her passion into herbology. And then she turned that into plants and healing. Very Resident Evil-like. Lots of green herbs and blue herbs and all that good stuff. And then finally we got Mo here. Mo Ashmore. And he was an engineer helper for probably his dad or mom. Then a drone operator. And yeah, now he's great at crafting. And they all take after their dad with some passion and intellectual as well. Oh, and of course, the residential ghoul. Shouta Summers. No idea how she, or rather he, relates to any of them. But he's there, and he's a good melee fighter. We're going to need him for some defense. It's going to be very helpful. Hey, give me your soul. How's it going? How's it going? I love the name. Let's see here. Yeah, we're just going to be putzing around a little bit. Since this is live, I got to warn you guys, I have 2 dogs who make it very hard to record things. Well, they're not my dogs, they're my roommate's dogs, but they might as well be my dogs. So you might hear some barking at times, even though I have the the door closed, so apologies in advance. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, let's see here. I'll give you guys a shot at the map one more time. We got this, I don't remember which mod it is. It's geological landforms, if I'm not mistaken. That kind of creates these type of unique looking things. It might be a combination of mods, too. But, yeah, this one here has this nice little hidden cove landmark for a map. And, yeah, we're tucked in right here in the center. We even got some fish and turtles out here, too. So that's nice. It's really nice. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to need to get these guys out of the... Hey, Dark Fox. How's it going? Oh, we got chunks of spacecraft already. Chunks of spacecraft. I'm glad you guys get to see me live stream. I'm trying to do something different now. You can see how terrible I am at this game and how much I abuse the pause button. I'm going to try not to do it as much. So let's go ahead and give these guys some orders right away. Who is... You know what? That's a good point. Let's take a look at the priorities list. Doctoring. Alfred and Astrid can be a 2. Let's do that real quick. Alright, there we go. And we'll keep the hauling going. We're going to want to start mining. I think Mo is good at mining, if I'm not mistaken. Mo could do a little light cooking on the side. Not worried about hunting construction. That's fine. Oh, gotcha. Glad to see I'm not alone. What the heck? I'll just put these guys up here real quick. Yeah, Mo has got passion in mining. Oh, so does Alfred. Okay, so we'll just put these guys at a 2. Just kind of fill these in right now. Not trying to spend too much time on this. And there we go. Yeah, it looks fine for now. We can always mess around with it later. I'm glad to see I'm not alone with the pause button. I see some awesome Rimworld players out there that kind of go in there and they can do the commitment challenge and no pause challenge like Adam and things like that. So yeah, it's tough, man. I tried doing no pause once. I tried, man, and that did not work out too well. I have it on Strive to Survive as well, so it's not going to be too bad. Alright, let's see. Where do I want to put the doorway to my little area here? We're going to do a little bit of mining, and let's actually chop down some trees first. There we go. That's probably way too many, but that's fine. They'll figure it out. Cancel some of these. Yeah, see, some of these aren't even worth it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Chop down some trees. We already have some stuff to build with, and let's get something built up. Let's do... I guess we can just do regular walls for now. Where's my regular walls? Here they are. We'll just use the lay of the land like Bob Ross likes to say. Has anybody else seen that Bob Ross marathon on? They keep, I think they do it almost every weekend now. That's a cool style. Why is it like that? That's pretty neat. Yeah, I've been watching the Bob Ross marathon. Any other Bob Ross fans out there? Oh, maybe I shouldn't cover that up because they heal. Ah, it's fine. There we go. Why not? We'll just do that. And this. And we'll put a door here. And we'll throw one, I don't know, right there for now. There we go. Looks better. Yeah, Bob is the king. Bob's the man. Did you know, and you'll never unsee this once I tell you this, so I hope you guys are ready for a little Bob Ross spoiler. Next time you're watching Bob Ross, I wouldn't even care if you switched over to that live stream right now of Bob Ross, but next time you do, you're going to look at his palette hand, the one that he's holding his palette with. I believe it's his left hand, yes. And when you do, you're going to notice that he's missing a finger on his palette hand, specifically his index finger. It's something that you don't ever really look at because of everything else going on, but pay attention to his palette hand. He is missing a finger. And it turns out he's been missing that finger ever since he was a kid, when he helped his dad build a cabin. Yeah, see, you learned a little something today, maybe some of you. Yeah, Bob Ross is missing a finger this whole time. Isn't that kind of wild? And I think that's why he always puts cabins in his photos, is because his dad was a carpenter. And the way I learned that, because I never noticed it either, is there was a Bob Ross documentary out there. And he actually talks about that a bit. Or someone does, at least. I don't remember if it's him or someone else. But they point that out. They point out he's missing his pointer finger. Alright, let's see. Get some torch lamps going here. Where do I want to put this? I'll just throw it right there. I don't really have much planned for this. Just kind of throwing this together, see how it goes. Might even make a video of these guys one day. Might even continue doing these streams once every few days for this particular colony until they probably will die. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. Oh, you know what? I should probably get some shelves going and bring this stuff inside before it gets ruined. Yeah, let's have them do this. See, you can already see how terrible I am at planning Rimworld, especially when I get distracted. Like, normally when I'm playing on my own, I am, like, watching a podcast or have something on in the background. Usually other Rimworld. And, yeah, I forget stuff all the time. It's a bad habit. I see what you did there. Oh, yeah, yeah. Without the finger, he's still awesome. I remember, I used to be an angry kid. I don't know why, I don't know, I used to be angry. And, yeah, it was a dad joke for sure. And I just remember I would get in fights all the time in school. I grew up in kind of a rough and tumble neighborhood, a rough school. And I would just get in a lot of fist fights. I don't know why. It was just, I don't know. It was the 90s and 2000s, that's all I can tell you. It's just one of those times. And anyway, the reason I bring this up is Bob Ross is actually like who helped calm my soul. As ridiculous as that sounds, I think it really was him. Because I remember in the morning time, my mom would wake me up and I would be in a bad mood. And we were really, really poor. And all we had was like an antenna. And it would just pick up, a couple stations. One of them being PBS, of course, which if you're not, I don't know if they have it in other countries, but in America, it's basically like a public broadcast station is what it stands for, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just meant to like be always on TV no matter what, so kids have a sort of education. Like they had Reading Rainbow, which was goated, one of the best shows of all time. Things like that. And in the morning time when I was a kid, I didn't have anything to watch before going to school. And I stumbled upon one day Bob Ross at 6 a.m. when I had to wake up extra early. And ever since that day, I felt more calmness in my soul. I would purposely get up early to watch him. And he would always put me in a good mood going to school, and I would get in less and less fights as time went on. I really did these guys a injustice, because I was rambling on this whole time. Here we go. I'll get you guys all set up with some nice stuff here. But yeah, that's my Bob Ross story of how I found him. Stay Telvin? Yeah. Hey, there's some good stuff on there. As I said, Reading Rainbow, fantastic. Loved that. Arthur, the cartoon. I can't remember if he was like a rabbit or something like that, but he was pretty great. Yeah, he really was. Anyway, that's enough Bob Ross. I'll stop boring you guys with that. Let's go ahead and get focused here. Let's do... Who's my best constructor? I suppose it's a tie. So we're just going to force Mo, because he's younger, to get up and work on these beds. And hopefully he won't mess up the next one. Yeah, there we go. Come on, Mo. Oh, you know what? Build a wall, too. There you go. And finally, get that going. Let's, for now... Oh yeah, I forgot I have the hospitality mod on. We're probably not going to do that with these guys, because it doesn't really fit the playthrough, but I completely forgot I have that and Dub's bad hygiene on. Whoops. Kind of a spoiler for what next series is coming up. But that's okay. I'll let you guys run wild with that one. Just propaganda now? Ah, that's a shame. I haven't watched public television in a while. This is Rimworld, Otis. This is Rimworld. This is a colony sim game, so you manage people, and they have relationships and dreams and hopes and also many, many nightmares of raiders and giant spiders that try to eat them and things like that. It's a fantastic game. You can do whatever you want in this game, especially with mods, for the most part. For the most part. Summers, you are fed, which is good. Let's just have you come stand by us. Actually, just stand over there. That'll be fine. Oh yeah, I didn't take a look at Summers. How? Not really. So Summers is nimble, which is a great trait. I didn't purposely give that to him. He just kind of had it. And he also had this really cool thing that I wasn't even aware of called corrosive spray. I guess he'll use it. Maybe not on his own. I probably have to use it for him. But yeah, that should help him. He has a corrosive heart, so it sprays kind of... From the sounds of it, it's kind of like the acid from Aliens. Their acid blood. That's what it sounds like, at least. Oh yeah, lots of war crimes. Yes, yes. You can. I was looking at the Rimworld Reddit today, and one of the hot topics was how slavery is like terrible in the game, and not in like a moral sense, but more in a practical sense. And it's like, yeah, this is the only kind of stuff you could say in Rimworld. How it's just not that good as far as getting stuff done. The person was kind of on their soapbox about why slavery was underpowered. You can't have slaves. Yeah, it's one of those weird games where you could do that if you really wanted to. I personally, I never really used them that much. I tried once or twice to when whatchamacallit, oh, there's my MacBook on the struggle bus. Come on, MacBook, you can do it. There we go. I tried once or twice. Whenever who would come around, the slave trader caravans would come around on different playthroughs on my own, and sometimes I would have just awesome colonists that were slaves, and I would try to use them, and I just could never get the handle of them. And eventually, I would always just set them free, and then beat them up and capture them, and then imprison them, and then convert them to colonists, and then just make them part of my team. So I was never very good at maintaining slaves either, just like that Redditor. But maybe that's for the best, right? Maybe that's for the best. Hey, Shrimpy, how's it going? Good to see you. That's just Rimworld. Yeah, very true, very true. Alright, I need everyone here to focus on hauling for the most part. That would be nice. Oh yeah, so turns out, also on the Reddit I learned that, and this is, I have like so many hours in this game. Most of it's just time it spent running in the background, but either way, it turns out when you like put hauling to number 1, if you right click, the priority goes back down. I always thought you had to cycle through like a psychopath and do this thing, but turns out if you right click on it, it goes down. How incredible is that? I never knew that in all my hours of playing this game. Isn't that amazing? I can just do that for hours. Ah, oh, so satisfying. Shrimp, you're on an ice sheet? Oh, good luck with that. That's a rough one. I just got done doing the sea ice myself, and that's a lot. Let's expand this. There we go. We'll get everything inside. And then we'll just kind of let these guys do their thing for a little bit here. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was a fun one, man. That sea ice, that is tough. That is tough. I did it about a year or so ago on just a private playthrough, I did the sea ice, like the traditional one with the cannibals and things like that. And it's a tough run to get started. I died a few times and eventually kind of get a little lucky and things kind of start going your way. So yeah, I've done that once, and I got to a point of where I was just very sustainable, and you could tell it was circling in the drain where, unless you got a really unfortunate raid, you're just going to kind of hit the end game eventually. And I stopped playing it after that, but then that's why I switched up the sea ice with Ice Cubone and the friends, is I want to try something a little different and not be a cannibal. Because being a cannibal on the sea ice is fun and all. I think it's a good time, you know. And people like Ambiguous Amphibian and others have certainly made it very appealing. But at times it feels almost a little, not cheap, but the food source feels a little too accessible if you're getting constant raids once you have a good enough amount of wealth. And I don't know, at some point it just doesn't feel as challenging. And so I want to try something a little different with the fishing. You hate it? Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah, I want to do a cannibal cult one of these days. I was originally going to do that for these guys, make them an eldritch cannibal cult. But then I was like, I never really did too much with Anomaly before. So I want to do something with Anomaly. How are we doing with the hauling here? I'd really like it. Come on, keep hauling, guys. You could do this. It upsets me that they go around this way when they could just walk right here. Much better Rimworld players than me could probably figure out a way to do that. Probably a wooden bridge can get it done, but that feels like a waste of resources. But yeah. It would save so much time. You know what? Let's do that real quick. Let's see how much wood is that? Bridge. 12 wood. How long does it take them? We'll already start working on our pier. That'll work. We're going to force you guys into labor the entire night. And let's take you off of hauling. Put you on construction. And I guess, Astrid, you can still do the hauling. Yeah. There we go. That should force them to do what I want them to do. Yeah, for right now, it's very cramped. Very cramped. I went into this completely blind for the most part. I want to just kind of just talk to you guys, hang out, play a little Rimworld, get something going while I'm working on these next two series here. Yeah, you couldn't finish the sea ice? Yeah, it's tough. It's definitely tough, Dark. What mods am I using? Great question, Ryan. So I am using a lot of mods. Some of them I don't even mean to be using right now, but I am. So I'll just jump in mod options real quick, let you take a quick glance. There's a lot of things going on here. Most of these are for a series I'm currently still going through, like the hospitality and Dub's bad hygiene. I just forgot to turn them off for this, so now we're living with them. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff going on here. I think you guys are gonna really like the next series. I'm probably gonna make it just one big video, or maybe break it into 2 videos if it takes a little too long with editing. But I'll give you a hint. There's no way you're gonna probably guess it, but it takes place in a swamp type of area. A real location. Real location in the world. I think you're gonna really enjoy that. A sea ice hotel, that would be a lot of fun. Actually, one of the things I'm currently I have some outlines done for it. No real script writing yet. Is it was actually one of the first ideas I had for the channel that I just never went through with. Is a tavern, but with the medieval overhaul mod. So it's just gonna be like a medieval tavern, and slowly working your way up from like a tent, and just expanding from there slowly but surely. The only thing I gotta figure out is how I'm gonna restrict myself, because naturally you can just go around chopping down a bunch of trees and making a bunch of stuff out of wood for guests, and slowly, build up your wealth pretty quickly in that way. So I have to find a way to make it a little more realistic, where the people can't chop down the wood all that quickly, so I might limit the amount of trees they can chop in a day, or I don't know. I gotta figure that part out still. But other than that, that's definitely another series I want to work on. Oh, and you'll be excited to know I have a lot of outlining done for the next Less series. There's still a lot of things I have to go through, like major plot points, foreshadowing, all that stuff. That's a really fun one to work on. I think you're going to enjoy that once I have... I'll put out a trailer eventually. A little trailer showing you guys a sneak peek of what's to come. Same thing with Low Tide. Our boy Low Tide is coming back. He's got some stuff to take care of from his past. So there will be a Stranded series part 2. Well, video, I should say. That wasn't really a series. But yeah, we got some good stuff coming up. The script writing takes a long time. Mo failed on a bridge. That's fine, Mo. It's all good. How's Summers doing? We don't want Summers to get hungry, because Summers will eventually turn on us if that happens. So right now, they've been subsisting on the flesh. Where's our flesh? Where's our flesh at? I think Summers either ate it or we ran out. That's right. We can have Summers beat something up and eat that if it comes down to it. Yeah, he might have ate it already. What are you doing, Astrid? Oh, you're washing your... Yeah, that's the Dub's bad hygiene. I forgot about that. There is no water, clean, fresh water around here, is there? So that's the nearest source. We're going to have to build a well. Oh, that is down here. Somewhere. Hygiene. Now, I do have the... Oh, yeah, these guys got to go to the bathroom, too. So I'll have to add a bathroom, too. But, I have the simplified hygiene on. I tried using the other one, like the standard one, and it was just a lot. I know it sounds kind of like an excuse, and I guess it is, but it felt like a lot. I was just trying to learn it, and I'm just like, is there just an easier way to do this? And there was. They actually considered that, and they made a light version where you don't have to plan where you're going to burn your sewage and build your pipes. The main struggle I was having, and I was even looking up tutorials for it, was you would have your water pumps and your wells, and there was something else in there too. Oh, obviously your bathrooms. And I was struggling with getting the fresh water to flow properly through different things. So yeah, that was something. Really excited. Yeah. Low Tide's awesome. I love Low Tide. I'm still debating how I want to do that series. I'll either do another narrative piece, like a first person, or I was thinking maybe doing, like, I don't know, finding like a voice actor to do a couple things for me. I'm not going to do a whole thing like a movie with a bunch of voices or anything like that, but yeah, I was thinking about getting someone to do that. There we go. So these guys are good. Now they have a latrine and they have a well. Oh, you know what? They're going to need a tub. Oh, where's the tub? Tub. It's under hygiene. Right? Yeah. And for now, we'll just put it there. Nothing too crazy. You personally... Oh, I appreciate that, Dark. Absolutely. Absolutely. That'd be cool. Do you do any VA, like, on the side or anything? You do anything, like, for any studios or anything like that? If so, that'd be really cool. You can do a plug for what you're working on. Yeah, I actually, for about a month, I dabbled in voice acting during the pandemic, actually. When I had a pretty darn good job. I had some expendable income. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think I'm the cringiest person when I'm editing. I'm just like, man, ugh. But I feel like most people feel that way when they hear their own voice. So I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys like it. Yeah, I tried some voice acting for a little bit there, for about a month or two during the pandemic. I needed something to do at that time, and I was like, you know what, let me try this, because I loved, what was it called? Critical Role. And if you don't know, that's like a Dungeons and Dragons YouTube. Yeah, see, they're not even using the pier I made for them. That's disappointing. Ah, well. We tried. But yeah, I loved Critical Role, and I was watching them constantly. I think that's when Season 1 was ending or Season 2 was starting, something like that. So, and I was also a DM in Dungeons & Dragons for a big group, an 8-person group. So I was constantly doing that on the side. Oh, you are dark. That's really cool. Thanks, Bix. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, I learned from I can't remember the guy's name. Some guy down in Texas. I found him online and I hit him up and I was like, "Hey, I see you're doing like voice acting lessons and stuff." He was really cool. Oh man, I think his name was like Terry or something, if I'm not mistaken. He was an awesome guy. I think he was in Dallas or Fort Worth or something. Maybe it was Austin even. I don't know. But we did a couple sessions online and I learned a lot. He's the guy. He's the guy that does the voices, or rather the main voice for Fruit Ninja, that app, that phone game and tablet game. He does like the main voices for that. At least a few of the core games. Hey JM, welcome on in. You can go to sleep. No worries, you don't gotta stay up for me. Put it in reverse, Terry. Yeah, welcome on in. Good to see you. And we're just putzing around, nothing too serious or crazy. If they die, they die. We have a group of researchers that are... I'll show you guys this again. I showed it at the very beginning of the stream. We are the Society of Unnatural Research, and our acronym is SOUR. Even though I know a lot of acronyms don't include the of, it just felt right. And yeah, we got some stuff going on here. Our goddess, for what it's worth, is Philosikia. And the idea behind this group is they're a family of... They're called Ashmores. So this is the father and the 2 children, and Summers is just like a family friend or something like that, who's currently a ghoul. And the main idea here is that they're originally starting off research on this mysterious monolith. Ooh. And over time, once they actually get settled and start researching it, they're going to change their ways, because I'm terrible with ideology. That's why I never play with it. But I chose the one... I think it's called Fluid Ideology. That allows you to start off kind of simple and then ramp up as time goes on. So I did that one. So right now they're cultured. They really revere books and things like that. And but they will eventually get to a point where they might start having their minds get twisted by some sort of abyssal influence, or eldritch influence, rather. And they got these cool things going on. For our funeral, they have the knowledgeable internment. For a dance party, they have the Festival of Philosikia. For a social festival, they have the Party of Book Writing. And for a Sky Lantern Festival, they have the Celebration of Research. My favorite thing that I did here is I never actually collected relics once in Rimworld. Not even one time. And any private playthroughs, I'm a terrible Rimworld player, guys. So I appreciate you guys thinking I'm good at this game, but I'm terrible. I never collected any relics once. That's not true. Maybe one time I did. I got a sword for one of my playthroughs. But yeah, so the first one here is the Ark of Unnatural Truth. Then we have the Unnerving Fragment, and then the Tablet of Abhorrent Wisdom. Such majestic relics. So yeah, we have that going on. And the rain has stopped. Got these cool spiky beds. Oh no. Alfred Claps do. Oh, you know what? I forgot I kept him on work this whole time. I was yapping. Oh no. That's alright. I don't think they'll die. Let's just do one of these. I know I can do the copy thing, but I'm a weird person. I'm one of those people that I will... Let's see, what do I want their sleep schedule to be? Probably from like 10 to 5. That feels like a very scientist sleep schedule, right? I'm one of those weird people, maybe some of you can relate, where when I'm typing something out, like especially at work, we have like a chat system at work and things like that. When I'm typing something out, if I mess up something, like if I do like wouldn't and I forget to add like the apostrophe or something, out and I type like a one or two more words after that and I see that it's red, instead of just being the person that clicks there and does the autocorrect or just correcting it myself, I'll like delete all the words I just wrote and get back to that and then write it again. I don't know if anyone else out there is weird like I am, but that's me. I'm one of those people. So maybe some of you can relate. Oh, and also, if I sound kind of nasally, it is high tide for allergies here in Florida, and I am out of Benadryl, so I do apologize in advance for that. I have to go pick some up later. Alright, so Alfred's passed out in the sea. Let's just wake him up real quick. Yeah, you go lay down. I'm going to force you to go the normal way. There you go. Go that way, you weird people. I'm sure there's some way you can fix the pathfinding in dev mode, but I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. Oh, see, Dark? That's the move right there, isn't it? Yeah, you just kind of get everything out, spill it all out, and then correct it that way. That's kind of how I write when I'm doing outlines. I'll just put a bunch of things out there, brainstorming almost, and then go back and start, you know, tightening things up and getting... The main thing is just getting the thoughts out there in whatever weird form I can, and then start molding them like clay after that. Alright, Alfred, you're good. You don't have to do that. And for anybody else just joining now, we are doing Rimworld Anomaly. Just a nice, cozy playthrough. Nothing too serious. We'll see how far these guys get. And really, I just wanted to do some Anomaly stuff. I did it a little bit when it first came out, and I haven't really touched it since. Alright, let's start expanding a little bit on this base idea. We're going to include the car in the expansion here. There we go. We're going to make the car, right now, kind of a part of the base. I see a lot of yards in Florida that look like this. In fairness, there was a lot of yards in Pennsylvania that looked like that too when you got to the country, so it's not just a Florida thing. Gotcha, Dark. Yeah, I got a little dyslexia as well. I don't know, is it technically, is it dyslexia when you go to say something like, I'm trying to think of a phrase or something like hello there, but you say the low hair, you know what I mean? Something like that where you kind of mix the front words. I'm always impressed by myself for just being able to do it accidentally sometimes. But yeah. Visitors from I don't even know how to say this. Shore Liverdio have arrived at the colony from NW. They're afraid to enter your territory for the following. Oh, this is the hospitality thing. Yeah, we're not really going to be a hospitality kind of group. Maybe we'll change that eventually. We're going to refuse until we got guest beds. How about that? You can't write now. Gotcha. So yeah, maybe I don't have dyslexia then. Maybe I'm just a weird person. But yeah, no, I know what you mean there. Yeah, I have a couple people that told me they have dyslexia. I never experienced that too much myself. But yeah, it's gotta be tough. But that's probably why it's so important for you to write everything out at once, right? That way you can just go ahead and get that thing all fixed up once you do. Alright, so it looks like we got all of our junk picked up for the most part. Summers, where are you at? We don't need you turning on us. So see, here's Summers. And right now they're still pretty fed. Where's that at? Needs. Yeah, food-wise they're okay. If they get hungry enough, we'll have them punch a squirrel or something in the head. In fact, let's just do that now. Get them some fighting in. There you go. Come on, Summers. Gotcha. Nah. I should farm, shouldn't I? What's going on, Just Moon? Yeah, that's a good point. It is only planting or growing season, rather, for a short time. Summers, you're embarrassing me. There we go. You really let that squirrel mess you up a bit, huh? There you go. I'll consume it. Yes. Yeah, there you go, Summers. Enjoy that. Go wander around. Actually, I like it when you're a little bit closer to us. So Summers is going to, for now, I know there's a way we can kind of fix them if we need to in the future. For now, they're going to act kind of like a guard dog for us. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think ghouls like... Yeah, good point. Ghouls don't really like crops too much. So, let's see here. Growing zone. We will just get one tossed up. Let's see what our land is looking like. So not too much dark green here. We can go here, though. This looks like a nice patch. So let's do that. Let's turn... We'll do a 6x6 there. And then we'll do another 6x6 down here. Or that'll be a 5. Well, we'll just do it this way. Whoop. Oh no, see? This is my terrible Rimworld nest coming out. Expand that zone like that. There we go. This will be for rice, of course. Oh yeah, I have vanilla expanded plants or crops, whatever it is on. So you're going to see a lot of extra stuff. One thing that bothers me, and maybe there's a way to correct this, is a lot of stuff just not being in alphabetical order. Like, it looks like it starts off that way, but then it starts kind of getting out of control. Maybe, no, this isn't a bad example, because you have things like yum bulbs up here, which, you know, should definitely have, like, chrome caps here. So I wonder if there's a way to get that fixed, because it always does bother me that it's like that. Yeah, extra food. Yeah, farm animals, I don't know if we're going to do any animals. I kind of get, when it comes to animals, I'm kind of terrible with them. Like, I can handle them, but, I don't know, I feel like, well, I guess I am a little burnt out on animals, but you guys really don't know why. So the next series I'm doing, there's a lot of animals in it. I have a whole animal thing going on there. I've been learning a lot about them, but yeah, I guess you guys wouldn't really know that. But yeah, animals, I'm not that good with them in this game. I don't know what it is. I'm terrible at maintaining and taking care of them. I need a dedicated animal person in my colony. And we'll just keep it at potatoes for now. And should we make cotton? Probably not. Astrid, let's get you on plants. That'll be good. Let's get everyone off of hauling. And construction could be a 2 for these guys. Growing looks fine. Astrid's main thing is going to be growing and research anyway. Actually, we'll just put that at 3. That's fine. Okay, good deal, good deal. Everything else looks good for now. Summers is going to stand guard right there. Let's just take you off, let you wander. Alright, good. We'll get some crops going. Astrid will handle that since she is an herbologist. That is her passion. She grew up helping her dad as a medical assistant type of person. And then her passion turned more to the Resident Evil route where she started messing with herbs to heal things and to take care of things. And this is her dad, the mad surgeon. He's a mad lad. And her brother went the more engineer route. Engine helper and then drone operator. They're all a big family here. Might try a rough landing ice sheet challenge. Hey, go for it. Go for it. That sounds tough. I played a medieval playthrough. Yeah, medieval. I started on Iceland. That's really cool. Yeah. Give me your soul. Did you miss something important? No, not really. Not really. I'm not that interesting of a streamer. Nothing important to have yet. We made a little pier, but they, well, they're not using it yet. They just want to carry things the long way. But yeah, we got a little fishing pier, in case that comes in handy. I was going to make them a fishing cult, but then I opted against it and decided to lean more into the anomaly direction. Yeah, we aren't very good with animals at all, I don't think, right? Let's see, actually, let me just go to their skills. Yeah, no, animals 1, animals 4, animals 2. Yeah, no animal skills here, really. But yeah, they could definitely get some hunting done, right? Because the hunting is at a 2.5 and a 5. Well, you know what? Summers is a great hunter because they just have to randomly attack animals when they're sleeping. So, I mean, even these fish. Let's go do that right now. Let's have them attack this muckfrill. Attack the muckfrill. And then if they're still there, I doubt this one will be around, but, well, let's just have you go do that. Ducks, huh? Huh. Hopefully they'll come in, because, yeah, those actually be pretty good. I had a lot of ducks in the less series, the nothing series. A couple, I think I bought them, if I'm not mistaken, off a trader. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that seems about right. Because not much showed up in the desert. And, yeah, those ducks, once you get the eggs going really well, those things are out of control. And then you have to keep slaughtering them, or else they just get to be too much. Alright, here we go. Summers is going to smash this fish in the head. Though Summers is getting hungry again, but we'll have him eat the squirrel. Maybe. Oh, good punch. Wow. Go do that one now. Wait, isn't this one dead? Oh, there's another fish there. That's interesting. Alright, looks like dinner's on fish dinner. Dinner's on fish dinner. Fish is on the menu is what I meant to say. There we go. Alright. Great job, Summers. For a reward... Wait, where'd that squirrel go? There it is. You get to go hunt and eat the squirrel. Well done. And for cooking and butchering, that's a great idea. Butcher table, where are you? There you are. I would really like just a wooden one. We don't have enough wood, but we'll chop down a few trees and we'll make that happen. That'll be great. Let's get this done. Oh, you know what? We can pick this too. And yeah, we won't worry about that one for right now. Sure, why not? Okay. Actually, let's chop that one down and we'll spare that. There we go. Make it so. Shrimpy, that sounds nuts. Yeah, I was gonna... Good point, just I was gonna do cannibalism, actually. I was gonna make this, I was debating between a cannibal cult, a fish cult, or a group of researchers. And I opted against the fish cult because I felt like I did too much fishing in my videos lately. So I was like, alright, let's... Oh, they made a little sandcastle. Oh, there's another one. Adorable. Yeah, I opted against the fishing cult. So then I went the researcher route. The cannibalism one I was gonna do. But then I was thinking... I'm actually going to be, I guess it's kind of a spoiler. I'm going to be resurrecting a series and finish it off and do it some justice. The first series I actually did on this channel was The Descendants, based off the movie The Descent, which is just a fun horror movie. It's a ridiculous horror movie, but fun all the same. And I actually really had fun making that series, and then things just kind of fell apart on me there. But I felt like, you know what, I'm going to do those ponds justice. I'm going to resurrect that series in a weird way where I'm going to bring back a few of them and do a different kind of thing. But I'm probably going to make them cannibals. And so that's why I kind of held off. So eventually that's going to be a thing. Will you get some mechs this playthrough? Maybe, Bix. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. I have, another series right now that I'm kind of got the groundwork on for a mechanator, and so I'm pretty excited about mechs. But hey, if the opportunity comes up in this playthrough, I definitely will. Really dark. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that at all. That's awesome. Cannibalistic group of researchers. Yeah, hey, maybe they'll go that route. If it comes down to it, we might just have to. I mean, they're already kind of there. They're just starting off as some well-intended researchers who might just have their minds twisted in a dark way. Alfred kind of looks like a Ghostbuster with that backpack. I love it. Alright, so this is pretty much good here. These guys are done. Who's playing? Oh, Summers is the one that was playing. Okay, that's fine. Alright, you know what? Nubwin's armed. I'm so sloppy. So sloppy. I'm just so excited to see everyone. Yeah, Shrimpy, it's not the best. It was like one of my first things I started doing. And I don't remember even why I stopped. Something happened. Oh, what was it? What was it that happened? Oh, that's right. I do remember, actually. So I think it was the 4th or 5th episode. I was working on it, and it was going to be like a 25-minute episode, which was really big for me at the time. And somehow my iMovie got... Basically, when I was trying to upload the MP4 of it, it just wouldn't work no matter what. And it must have got corrupted in some way where I got rid of a file or something. I don't know what I did. Trying to save space. And, yeah, it fell apart, and I just kind of lost hope for it. Yeah, it was one of those things. And I didn't know how to tell you guys that I was an idiot, and I lost that file, and I just didn't know what to do. And I didn't really want to redo it all, because it was like a week's worth of editing and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pretend it's not even happening. And that's what happened. That's what happened. So let's see here. Yeah, one thing I can't wait. The reason I don't stream or do stuff like that more, because I would love to stream a lot and play a bunch of different games, especially like around Halloween. The reason I don't do that is because I have a MacBook, and give me 1 second here. My roommate just messaged me. Ah, okay. All right. There might be some barking in about 30 minutes or so, because my roommate had something delivered and I have to sign for it. So that can take just a few minutes if that's the case, because no one else is home but me. Okay. So I might have to step away for a few minutes in a little bit just to go handle that situation. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, streaming. I have a MacBook Air, and it's great for a lot of things, but not much of a catalog for games. There's a lot of stuff I want to play. A lot of stuff I want to play and do with you guys. So I'm working towards getting a PC. I got some good farming going on there. That's great. Let's get some meals set up here. Just some simple ones will be fine. I think Astrid was the best cook, but maybe it was Mo. One of the kids was, I'm pretty sure. It wasn't Alfred, right? No. Astrid's a 4, Mo's a 4. Okay, so yeah, they're even. We'll put them both at 3. And for butchering, we'll do butcher creature. We'll do forever. That way, they always have something to do. And where's those fish? Can we not haul them? Are we out of space? Oh yeah, we are. I think. No space for the fish. Let's see if that changes that. No empty accessible spot configured to store it. No, don't consume it. Don't consume it. Don't do that. I wonder. Historical swordsman and artistry. Okay. Well, that sounds cool, Shrimpy. Dark, that sounds really cool. No, Moon, no, we just got started, so no freezer or nothing yet. I'm as I was telling everyone before, I'm a terrible Rimworld player. It's just the editing and all that stuff actually makes me look competent. So yeah, I should probably have like a million different things done, but I don't. I'm the worst at that kind of stuff. But yeah, no freezer yet. I bet, Dark. Alright, so let's see. What should be next here? What should be next? We got the little kitchen, or what will be the kitchen eventually. Do I want to... I don't even want to carve that out yet, because we still have this area here. I think for now, because this isn't going to be permanent, because we're eventually going to need this spot entirely. One day. I could... Oh, you know what? I could make a sushi table. That's an interesting idea. Let's build some shelves, because I wonder if they're freaking out about the fish thing because of the shelves. What is all this stuff? Oh, you know what? This all looks different because of the ideology I have. I never really play with ideology, so... Man, this is cool looking stuff. I took the void touched. It's part of the ideology expanded mod. Oh, let's see. What was I just looking for? All right, storage. And we got some cool variations on the shelves here. I don't remember if it's from hospitality. No, this is LWM's deep storage for the pallets and stuff. It might look strange for this playthrough because I forgot to take it off, but you'll see it's eventually going to make sense when you see what series is coming out. You're like, oh, okay. All these vending machines and storage and stuff makes sense. All right, let's put some shelves here. That should be enough. Oh, Dark, you're fine. I'm terrible. When I'm writing like stuff that fast and stuff like that, I'm horrible at it. So you're good. You're doing fantastic as far as I'm concerned. Oh, is the package here? Yeah, I think that package is here. All right, guys, give me 1 second here. I don't have a be right back screen, but if you guys got to jump, I understand. But I got to go sign off for this thing real quick and collect. They got some kind of workout machine thing, so I got to go strongman it in, and I'll be back in just a few. All right. So keep an eye on the ponds. Actually, I will pause it, I guess. But I'll let you look at Mo and Astrid standing side by side like that, working. And I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am back. Sorry about that. Yeah, the thing's like an elliptical. It's like 85 pounds. Ooh, had to carry it up a little bit of steps here. There we go. We're all good now. All good now. But yeah, so it looks like they got to the fish, which is good. Let's allow some space here for this. Hey, guys, thanks for hanging in there for me. I appreciate you. Yeah, this is a cramped little base, isn't it? We gotta get some things straightened out here. And then we gotta get focused on our research. So, for now, I'm just gonna hit allow all. I know it's like a sin of some sort, but they'll be fine. They'll figure it out. We don't even need that. There we go. We'll get rid of this. We'll let them deal with that. The steel and all that. I think I have enough room to put it all away. Alright, let's figure out defense. Mo is good at shooting, so we'll keep him there. And Alfred's decent. They could both hold their own, Alfred and Astrid, but Mo is definitely a good shot. I think the shotgun's the only other weapon we have besides Summers. Let's equip that. And Summers is getting hungry again, so we won't hunt our friends. What's going on up here? What do we got up here? Oh, we got a herd of muffalo. Great. And we have a timber wolf. I love wolves. Anytime I can tame them, I try, but we won't have the skill to do so, I don't think. We have a turkey, which reminds me of the Rimsgiving video. That's a good one. Fun little animal. Organized mess style. Yeah, that's how all my colonies are. I just don't let you guys really see it. Yeah. The less series, I don't know if you're paying attention for the less series, I know it was more of a narrative type of thing. But for that Nothing series, the room was a mess for them. Ooh, got a dead alpaca. I'll be taking that. What are these things? Hold up. A mega mantis. I've never seen that before. What killed the alpaca? A mega mantis did. The mega mantis tore the alpaca in the body. That's pretty vicious. How are you holding up? Are you fine? Yeah, you're fine. Or not social. I want this. So a mega mantis. It's like a large, genetically engineered mantis, spliced with insectoid DNA by a rogue scientist. This species has become an apex predator on the tropical islands where it makes its home. We're not on an island, but that's really cool. Wow. What is the... I feel like we need these for our colonists, right? I kind of immediately... This is the problem with animals in this game, is there's so many cool ones that I immediately always change my mind when it comes to animals. Yeah, organized mess style. Yeah, that less series, if you pay attention, like, where I was storing things for a while there, it was nuts. Like, I had stuff all over the place. I'm terrible at organization in this game. Absolutely terrible. Alright, so... Diurnal. Determines what animal... Okay. I wonder why it's dormant, though. Does it say temperature-wise, probably, right? Or does that just mean it's sleeping, kind of? Maybe it's just dormant until something happens to it. Okay. These are really cool. I would love to get these, because I feel like scientists would absolutely want them, you know? Who wouldn't want a giant mantis that's scientifically engineered? Alright, no, don't harvest those apples. What am I thinking? Okay. So that's good. It's good to know that we have mantises down there. And we have muffalo and a timber wolf up here. So what's probably going to happen is the timber wolf is going to attack the turkey, I would imagine. Maybe we can get lucky and the turkey would kind of gore out their face or something like that a little bit. That'd be nice. Let's see. Yeah, see, there we go. There's a mod where you can, or mode where you can generically modify animals. Ah, okay. I didn't know that, Dark. Thank you. You know, now you mention it, I think I saw that. And I was just like, you know what, I don't trust myself enough with that kind of a mod. There's another mod, too, for, oh, what's it called? ocular something, I think it is, or oh, alpha animals, and it combines with one of the religions and ideologies expanded, where you can get like a tree, like an ocular tree, instead of a Garanlan tree, and then you get like a corrupted Garanlan tree that pops out these little creatures. That looked really cool. I don't think I have alpha animals on. I don't think I have it active. Maybe that's why I didn't go with that. You like grow mutants for you to fight. That's really cool. Okay, so let's figure this thing out here. I have no idea what this room is. I guess I should make this into a bedroom, eh? And then we'll just move this shelf over here where I was going to put that other one. And then we'll put these guys in the car room, in the garage. And then this will be a storage room and a bathroom until I get a bathroom. Maybe I'll make this into like a little bathroom area. See, it's starting to come together a little bit. Almost 1,000 human meat. That's nuts, Shrimpy. I was listening to your stream while at work, but now I have to go. Hey, man, thank you so much. I really appreciate you stopping in. Excited to see your feedback. I appreciate that. I don't know about masterpieces, but I really appreciate it. Yes, peace and love, man. Peace and love. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, good times. Brazil, that's really cool. That is really, really cool. I love seeing that. There was somebody from... Sorry about my loud chair. There was somebody from, what was it, Slovakia, I think it was, the other day, in the sea ice comments for the big video. That's really cool. I can't believe there's so many people from different countries, like, checking out the videos, you know? That's really special. That means a lot. I'm just a guy in Florida. Oh, Dark, that's you. Okay. Hey. I knew it was someone. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's nuts. That's nuts. I can't believe you even found me. I'm just someone here in Florida just talking and making these little people move around, you know? And this lovely game has brought us together. How cool is that? Aw, thank you, Bix. I really appreciate that. You're awesome as well. Take care. Alright, let's get some of these. Do we have some rocks? No, it's just this rock, right? Oh, no, I don't want the... Oh, you know what? That's why they're doing that. Chunks. Chunks. Let's get chunks out of here. Not holes. Chunk. Chunk. Yeah, no chunks. No chunks. What chunk is that? Yeah, not that either. There we go. Okay. There we go. They probably need a place to put that, though, so let's get a dumping zone. I always forget to make a dumping zone. Always. It is a curse of mine. Only when they start stacking bodies in weird places. That's why they won't bring the fish over. See, it's all coming together now. Now that I'm thinking about it, yep. No dumping zone was made. I don't know what it is about that zone. I always forget. There we go. So we'll have that down there. Actually, it makes way more sense to have it up here. You guys should see, like, the behind-the-scenes version of me when I'm doing, like, solo, like, obviously when I'm doing the challenges and stuff and just kind of recording without streaming. It's a mess. I'll be like, oh, I should put a zone over here instead of there, and moving stuff around all the time because I'm realizing how inefficient my layout is. Oh, Dark, I try to remember as many people as I can. I think it's a, you know, a double-edged sword, really, because I get a lot of comments now, and I love them, like, all, and I always try to my best to respond to everyone. Like, it upsets me personally, like, to myself, when I miss somebody, and I realize, like, I have to always check my YouTube notifications, because it'll tell me when someone initially comments, for the most part, though sometimes it gets a little glitchy. But yeah, sometimes if I see that I haven't responded to somebody, for whatever reason, it just doesn't really show me. I'm like, ah, man, I feel like such a, I don't know, I feel like such a dick. Because it's like, you know, I know when I comment on someone's video, I never expect them to, like, respond to me, especially bigger YouTubers, things like that. Like, but it's always such an awesome feeling when they do. Like, one of my favorite YouTubers, who's not related to Rimworld at all, is Avalanche Reviews. I don't know if you guys ever checked out his content, but I love his stuff, and he always responds to stuff. He's awesome. He does a lot of Resident Evil, stuff like Resident Evil retrospectives, and he talks a lot about games like survival horror games that are kind of like modern day versions of like the Resident Evil formula, which is really cool. So yeah, I love his stuff and people like that. He's someone who I'll put on to like fall asleep to, and I guess a not weird way. He's kind of like Bob Ross, but the survival horror Bob Ross. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Slovakia. I'm sure if you gave me a map, I'm decent with geography. If you gave me a map and gave me like a bunch of blank countries, I could probably figure it out by process of elimination. I'm ashamed to say I don't know where it is off the top of my head. I believe almost certainly it's Eastern Europe, if I'm not mistaken. Is it one of the countries that are part of the oh, why am I blanking on the name? Like Bosnia and Croatia. No, it wouldn't be there, right? Because yeah, Bosnia, Croatia. Oh, what's the Estonia? All those. Is it Eastern Europe? I feel like it is, but maybe I'm wrong. It is not. No, okay. So that's me. I'm that guy. I don't know my geography at all, Dirk. No, I know some of it. I know some of it. But yeah, I'm weak in many other areas too, not just geography. But either way, wherever Slovakia is, I really appreciate it because that's awesome. That is really cool. All right, let's have oh, Mo's already doing the butchering. That's great. And then let's get the beds moved. For now, Mo will put you here. How do I want to do it horizontally? Horizontally would be kind of cool. Kind of wasteful in space, but who cares, right? Astrid will put there. And Alfred, I feel like you'll be a car guy. So we'll put Alfred right there. Yugoslavia? Oh, okay. Ah. That is sad. Oh, that's cool, Shrimp. Yeah, the series I'm working on right now is a Randy Random series, and I haven't played Randy Random in forever. And, yeah, it's... I forgot how random Randy Random is, and it's hilarious, some of the things that they do. There we go. Now it's starting to shape up a little bit. We should get some flooring down, but we really don't have... I would like to get a stone cutting table, and then we can have some nice flooring here. Are we ready for that yet? Let's get some more trees going. Also, let's get a more steady food supply. Do we need more food? No, we're good on food for right now. Why is this meat just sitting out here, though? I don't like that. Oh, no meals. That's why. Make all the meals. No wasted food here. And then we will chop down some more trees if they're ready. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Also, there was another country called Slovenia, and oh, okay, that might have been what I was thinking of. Dark Slovenia, yeah, it's a very American thing to me. Slovakia, that's Slovenia, right? Exclusively play at random with Randy. Yeah. Oh, big moment here. Big moment. Mo thinks that you should give your faction a name. Now, I didn't plan this at all. So I'm gonna need some help here. What do we think we should call these guys? What should the name be for the faction first? What are we feeling here? Any suggestions? Taking any suggestions? We are south from Poland. Oh, okay. Okay. So is that by man, I'm terrible. I'm actually terrible at my geography. I'm trying to think what's south of Poland. I guess it's you guys, right? That's really cool. 500% threat skill is nuts, Shrimpy. I've done that a few times on my own, and I don't know how people do it. Like, is it Adam versus Everything where he does like the 500% Commitment no pause challenge type thing, like just insane stuff. Faction name Finland. Okay, that's an idea. That's an idea, Finland. How about, can we come up with Finland or something near it with like a crazy, like Cthulhu, Lovecraftian twist of a name, or maybe like an umbrella corporation kind of name, like a evil scientific organization kind of thing. I'm trying to think. Finland. How can we tie that in? Let's try randomizing, because Northwestern Kodia just doesn't do it for me. I don't even know how to say that first thing there. Liberal Compact. The Jarobrion Liberal Compact. That doesn't really do it for me. Oh, nice. You guys won third place. And they play... That's crazy, man. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, see? I'm glad it's not just Americans that do it, then. Findustries. Okay. Findustries. That... We can work with Findustries. I like that, Shrimpy. Let's think of something else to add in there with Findustries. So, like, not Umbrella Findustries, but, what else we got? Findustries. Oh, I feel like Findustries should be the end of it, you know? Like, let's see. We're not going to stick with Western, but we can do something like, you know, Western Findustries, but something in front of it. Pharmaceutica? That's pretty good, actually. I kind of like Pharmaceutica. It sounds very Scandinavian. Pharmaceutica. What about Pharmaceutica Findustries, though? I feel like that would be really good. Let's see. Okay, will that copy paste? It does. Oh, I love that. Pharmaceutica in Findustries? That might be it. That might be the one. What about the settlement name? You think that needs to be the town name? Oh, Pharmaceutica. I see what you're saying. Pharmaceutica is the town name. You know what? That's a good idea. Instead of Turnip Town, we'll go Pharmaceutica. I like that as a town name. And then Findustries is the faction name. What about... What's my ideology again? Unnatural... what do I call it? Unnatural research? Yeah, Society of Unnatural Research. What about unnatural... Yeah, unnatural Findustries. Why is it not typing? Yeah, unnatural Findustries. What are we feeling that? And then it's in Pharmaceutica. Totally ethical Findustries. Ooh. Ooh, that's pretty good. Totally ethical Findustries. I'm liking that. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Shrimpy, I think you got that down. Totally ethical Findustries. Pharmaceutica. There it is. I think that's the one. Okay, we're locking it in. No going back now. We are officially totally ethical Findustries, and the community is known as Pharmaceutica. There it is. T. Oh, I forgot to do the TM. We can always edit it later, I think. I love it. Oh, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. That's awesome. Teamwork. Oh, I always have to bounce ideas off myself when I'm coming up with these things. Yeah, so, I guess now that I have you guys here, what series do you want to see? As far as, like, it doesn't have to be anything I mentioned so far, or any sequels. Like, any ideas? I'm trying to get some ideas for some other stuff. Right now, I can tell you what I'm working on. Right now, I'm working on 2 different things at once, because I'm trying to be ahead of myself. Right now, I'm working on a Rimworld series. Oh, yeah, he's embarrassed. I forgot. Sorry, Mo. Forgot about that part. Let's do this. Let's get... Digging into the mountain, I think. We'll put a bathroom somewhere there. The two things I'm working on right now is a Project Zomboid series, not a series, a video, which is really fun. It's been a little while since I've done some PZ, and I'm pretty excited about that. I would actually be streaming it, at least some of it, but I tried live streaming the other day for like, I don't know, a half hour or so, and it was not working out. My MacBook was on the struggle bus. It was bad. Let's just do... I don't know what I want you guys to mine for. You can just build. We don't have to mine right now. It takes forever. How much wood do we have? 75. That should be enough wood. Let me think. Where will we put the bathroom here? Oh, my roommates just got home. Sorry about the dogs. That should just be a moment of them barking. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. I am doing currently a Project Zomboid series, which is a lot of fun. Enjoying that. And then I'm also doing a Rimworld series. And I guess I could spoil you guys since this is a live stream. The Rimworld series is actually in Florida. It's in Florida. How cool is that, huh? It's about surviving in Florida. Like, would you accommodate D&D parties in Rimworld? I totally would, Dark. Actually, I was playing around with an idea for that, actually, where I was trying to put together an idea for creating a D&D party inside... because you know, I have some recorded sessions of like my play group from my. I told you I was like running a. It was usually between 7 to 8 people because some people, you know, would take off certain days and certain things. But yeah, I was always kind of having a big party, and so we recorded some sessions, and when we did that. I have like probably 10 saved sessions, and they're really, really fun groups of interesting characters and dynamics that they would create all on their own. And so I was thinking, man, what if I can get some of these characters and put them in a Rimworld party, but then like roll the stats like you would when you're creating a D&D character sheet, and like do like a random number generator or whatever to roll the stats, or even just roll them on the dice and then put them in the game and create a story after that. So yeah, I was thinking about doing something like that. Another person. Was that in your playthrough, Shrimpy? Oh, on that point, though. Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. On that point, though, speaking of, like, kind of bringing some of my D&D stuff over. So one of my players, he's actually my cousin. He asked me, he had, like, the craziest characters, and they were all incredibly endearing. And one of them, he asked me, he goes, Laura, can I do something crazy? And I was like, all right, what is it, man? And he was like, I want to make a character who is a backpack. Now, again, this is in D&D. And so he goes, I want to make a character that's a backpack. And my other cousin, his brother, was going to carry him around. And at first I was like, no, we probably can't do that, right? I was like, but let me think about it, and I could try to figure it out. And I did. And so he ended up being a sorcerer, a wild magic sorcerer. We're kind of running out of food for you, Summers. Or are we, though? No, we got a lot of fish we can kill and some muffalo. I'm worried about sending Summers after these muffalo, though, because they tend to not like it. I could send Summers after the turkey, but the wolf might hunt one of us if that's the case. Let me go south again. The turtle is actually way stronger than you would think. It might actually beat Summers. I know. I don't know how he thinks of that either. So here's the funniest part. And I have some of this saved, which is awesome. So he called his character Hugh Packman. R.I.P. Hugh Jackman, by the way. Or no, it was Hugh Jackman that passed away, right? Yeah, I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, I feel like that's correct. But yeah. So his name was Hugh Packman, and this was years ago, by the way. And so it was Hugh Packman, and my other cousin was a Yurtle, or his name was Dr. Yurtle, and he was a turtle warrior, and so the idea, he was a magic sorcerer, wild magic sorcerer who accidentally turned himself into a backpack, And then ever since then, he's been getting passed around from person to person. So we weave this whole narrative of different, like some people that found him because he's a sentient backpack were abusive towards him. So he kind of experienced like that, like you'd imagine a dog kind of going from owner to owner type of thing. And so he had been traveling around, and finally he got with Dr. Yurtle, and he was a pretty good backpack wearer. And so they kind of had this whole dynamic going on where basically he would be more of a support character for him. I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but it was awesome because, you know, being a barbarian, Dr. Yurtle had some weaknesses, and his magic abilities helped balance that out as a backpack with reactions and stuff, because he couldn't, and he would interact with things with a mage hand as a hand. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. A loaf of bread? Magic? That's awesome. Yeah. So I say all of that to say that I'm probably going to do a backpack series where I have a single like backpack laying in the dirt, and that is going to be the main character, and his name is going to be Hugh Packman. I might even convince my cousin to actually record some audio like on an iPhone or something like that, to because you know, down here in Florida I don't live with like, you know, any of my family down here. They're all up in Pennsylvania still. So I might have him record some audio on an iPhone or something and then send it to me with certain lines, just so he can relive that magic. And have it, I was thinking about having like backpack, no pun intended, across the rim from like one area to another, where he'll get magically turned back into a, well, in that game he was an elf, but magically turned back into a rim person, a baseliner, or baseliner as they call him. So yeah, that tangent was the same. I'm probably going to make a backpack series. In my group, I have a halfling who adopted a dragon who lived in... That's really cool, Dark. Yes, I love that kind of stuff. Man, my group was getting nuts. Our one group ran... I was doing a Salt Marsh campaign. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. But Salt Marsh is... I'm trying to think of like a good comparison. It depends on what you make of it, but it could be like Lovecraftian if you weave the narrative enough. And I did like kind of a custom campaign where I did a lot of the stuff just on my own. I didn't really follow the book that much. And honestly, Saltmarsh is kind of it's just not what is normally an adventure book, because there's some open-ended adventures that don't really weave together necessarily. Yeah, you homebrew all the time. That's how I do it too. I love homebrewing. That's my thing. So like, for example, Saltmarsh has a mansion in it. I can't remember the name of the mansion, but it belonged to like an alchemist at the beginning of the story, roughly. And I turned that into like a Resident Evil mansion instead, where they had like solve all these clues, and I was we would play in person, so I'd put on the a couple soundtracks from, but the main one was The Haunting on Hill House, which is a series on Netflix, which is awesome, by the way. If you haven't watched that, watch A Haunting on Hill House if you like scary stuff. It's not scary necessarily in the way of jump scares, but it's more like, ironically enough, or unironically, a haunting. It's like a sinister experience that just lingers with you. And the soundtrack is amazing for it. And lovable. Essentially, the orc barbarian was sentient puppet. That's awesome. See, I love stuff like that. That makes Rimworld, or not, yeah, Rimworld too, but that makes that makes D&D so fantastic. I haven't played in years. About 2 years now since I've been in Florida, and I haven't played. I tried finding a group locally, but just hasn't worked out yet. And I'm still not sure if I want to DM or not. One thing I regret not doing is Icewind Dale series in D&D, because that's my favorite setting of all time. I'm a huge Drist fan. If you're not familiar, Drist is a dark elf, and technically a dark elf ranger, and he's amazing. R.A. Salvatore, met him a bunch of times. He's the author of the Drist series and stuff. Really, really good. Anyways, that's my D&D tangent. So you're experiencing that too, Shrimpy? Nah. Yeah. Eventually, maybe I'll do a online thing like Roll20 and like something like through Roll20 or Discord or something like that. Get something going. My poor pawns. I'm neglecting them. You did eat that, right? Yeah, Summers, you're good, right? Nothing too terrible. And that alpaca really put up a fight, didn't it? But yeah, that's the story of Hugh Packman. So you might be seeing him soon. Mo, what are you doing? Washing up. Asteroid, butchering. Good. A human fighter? Yeah, human fighters are... well, not just human fighters. Fighters are awesome. I played a couple of characters. Incident in World 20. That's terrible. Yeah, that's rough, man. We did... My one friend at work was the DM for a Cholt series. I can't... Is it Tomb of Annihilation? I think it's Tomb of Annihilation, right? In Cholt with the dinosaurs and all that. Pretty sure. Sounds about right. But yeah, he was the DM there. But he kept being on and off and stuff like that because it's just personal things. So we never really completed too much of it. But I made a fighter, and yeah, the what was it called? It's been so long now. My first few videos on this channel are about this stuff, and I'm forgetting all of it. What was it? What's the fighter with the they can do different things with different dice rolls? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Anybody? Anyways, I was that fighter. It was a good time. Let's get some more concrete in here, just to cover up this dirt. And then some alchemist doctor. They gave me like a mechanic car. Oh, that's cool. Battlemaster. Yes, thank you, Dark. Yes, Battlemaster. Oh, there it is. You saved me. Yeah, Battlemaster. That is a... You know, I know some people play for like min-maxing and efficiency and stuff like that for D&D, which is cool if you like to play that way. But man, I loved playing Battlemaster just because of all the cool, fun little mechanics they could do, and just the little role-playing moments. That's what I lived for. I love that stuff. Dwarf Blood. That's cool. Alright, so I think we're in a spot now where we can... I guess we just got to tighten up these rooms a little bit. Let's get this kitchen covered. And then we can get started on the research, the main point of this whole thing. This is going to be a giant kitchen. Wait, I don't know if I want to commit to that. Hold on. Hold on, Alfred. Oh, that's a giant kitchen if I do that. This would be kind of small. This feels just right as a kitchen. And then we can... I have no use for up here yet, so we'll cancel. We'll leave that as is. We will put a door here. A lot of doors going on. But I do like having my kitchen separated because the whole dirt idea. And then we will also put smooth terrain here and there. And then we will do concrete. No, we'll get fancy. We'll do paved tile there. Yep. And there. Also, if you hear some background stuff, my one roommate, she's really loud. She's a recruiter. So as you can imagine, they tend to be very bubbly. So if you hear any kind of like, bah, kind of sounds, that's probably her. I make fun of her all the time for it. So where was I here? I discovered that the blood of a brother of another dwarf was from that group. That's neat. That's really neat. Yeah, my cousin, so he played Hugh Packman, and then we started up another series, another game, in the same setting, the same Saltmarsh setting, and he didn't want to play as Hugh Packman anymore, so we kind of had him do his own thing as far as Hugh Packman's story to kind of tie that up a bit. And then he made a character called Ardoom the Giant, and he makes the best characters, I'm telling you. He made Ardoom the Giant, and this was a Loxodon, which, for those unfamiliar with D&D, it's basically an elephant, like a humanoid elephant. And he was a professional wrestler. And he had a sentient championship belt. Even though he never technically won a real championship, he had a sentient championship belt that I had a voice sometimes. And like whenever he would like knock out an enemy, it would like do a celebration of some sort. And he loved. We came up with kind of a house rule where improvised weapons would do more damage for him, and you know, because he was a monk, so we kind of made it equal to like his fist damage. And so he would always pick up like improvised stuff and bars and stuff and fight with that, like like chairs and stools, and oh, it was so good. It was so good. But yeah, he did a Russian accent called Ardum the Giant. I can't hold a Russian accent to save my life, but he did. He did great. All right, now we're just smoothing some floors. Smoothing some floors. How nice is that? Actually, buying blood from. Yeah. You speak Russian? That's cool. That's cool. That's a scary language, right? They always use that for like what was that movie I just watched? Oh, my one roommate just had me watch it. It was called. It wasn't that good of a movie. It was man, I already forget the name, but it was like some new movie on Netflix or something. It was about a girl who was like a stripper. Rimworld After Dark. But no, it was like a girl was a stripper and she met this like Russian kid, and it's implied that he's like the son of a Russian like mobster, but it's never like actually said, but it's very heavily implied, and it kind of goes from there, and like he gets her on like a heap of trouble basically, and she has no idea she's getting dragged into this mess. It was it was okay. It was an okay movie. I didn't think it was that good. I might just be bitter. I think older movies from the 90s and 2000s are lapping modern day movies for the most part. Ah, okay, Dark. Yeah, no, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. The old USSR. Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's crazy how times change, huh? Like, people always like, people always like to criticize all these other countries and stuff like that, but I feel like every country has some kind of wild past, right? Like, any country you point to. That's why I love games like Civilization, like Civ 6 and stuff. I haven't gotten Civ 7 yet because I heard it's kind of a mess right now, but usually after like the next DLC, usually it'll be pretty smoothed out. But I love games like Civ where you learn about these world leaders, and they do a pretty good job with the accuracy, I think. And so then you start learning about these people, and you can research them and discover more. But yeah, you learn that every country has like a wild past. Some countries were conquering other countries, and then they get conquered by someone else. Like, it's an interesting thing. Yeah, mandatory learn English. Yeah, you can thank the Brits for that, right? When they were playing Civ on their own, they took over like 90% of the globe. God, they still own, what is it, the Falklands down in Argentina? Isn't the Falklands? I think that's right. Argentina's not too happy about that either. A group of wasters from the Garbage Society have arrived nearby. They will prepare for a while, then attack. Prepare a defense. Oh, this is great. This is a meal for Summers. Oh, he's got a cool looking club. What is this? Got some smoke leaf joints, some medicine, hippopotamus leather pants. I want those. Hopefully we don't kill him. Patch leather fleece shirt, a fungal club. I wonder why it's all spiky. Maybe that's just the aesthetic of it. Okay. What is your bio? A psychopath. Loves cooking, but is terrible naturally at it. Wow, this colonist is kind of interesting, right? Double passionate shooting, double passionate medical, and really good medical too. Wow, double passionate cooking. Can't do dumb labor though. Can't do social. No cleaning. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the right person for me. So we're going to get rid of you, Troy. We're going to get rid of you. I am going to help Summers out here just in case it doesn't go the way I want it to. Mo is reading. Oh, that's what I'm forgetting. This is something, guys, I am always super guilty of. Every single playthrough I do, even the series, if you notice the Stranded series, well, I guess that one made more sense, but the Nothing series, even my Sea Ice series, I always, it's tradition at this point, forget to make a table. Always in the early game. It's a terrible habit of mine. I don't know what it is about me. Maybe it's because I'm a savage in real life. I barely eat with the table in real life. Usually I just stand. No, no, it's not that bad. But I don't really eat too often at a table. Usually I'm working on my desk. So I'll eat at the desk. Stuff like that. Let's see here. A couch. Armchair. Where's the stools? I just want a regular old stool. There it is. And might as well do 3 of them, right? Oh, we have a dining chair too. Now we'll stick with stools. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I'm falling behind on the chat here. They still own Northern Ireland. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they definitely do. I went to Ireland a couple years ago. Well, geez, I guess it was more like 9 years ago now. Yeah, I had to learn a lot about that from all the locals. I stayed there for about 2 weeks. Went to Galway, and well, I stayed in Galway for the most part, but took a train to Dublin and Shannon. Landed in the Shannon airport. And what was the other? I love the people. Is it Cork? I think it's Cork, right? It was. The Irish accents are different depending on where you go, and I knew someone from Cork, and they had like the Mrs. Doubtfire accent. That's the only way I can compare it in my mind, and it was like an ASMR accent to me. I don't know what it was. It was just something just enchanting about it. Yeah, getting taught other languages is really good. Yeah. Yeah, he would make a good chef for us, but the dumb labor part's really the one that I don't like. Oh, they'll actually do dumb labor if you slave them. You know, I actually learned that today from reading that Reddit post I was talking about earlier about the person that was saying slavery is kind of underpowered in Rimworld. It's such a Rimworld topic that only you can really talk about on Reddit because it's Rimworld. Slavery is underpowered. It needs to be buffed. Yeah. I hate to eat without cutlery. Yeah. Yeah, cutlery is pretty important. Genetic inhibitors. Yeah. Yeah, it's a super crazy sentence out of context. That's what people were saying too. It was I think there's a Reddit like shit Rimworld says or something like that people are saying like they should add it to if they had more people in it. Look at these readers in here. Ah, oh, such an educated people here. All right, I'm losing track. We have a threat on our hands. One that Summers and Mo are going to have to tackle here. All right, so let's get Summers here. And well, it did say they were going to wait a while, didn't it? So maybe I'll let this play out. Maybe the mantises will take care of it. Or maybe they won't. God, they're tearing up these alpacas. We'll have to collect them once we're done with Summers. Or, what's this guy? Troy? Troy. I think so. Yeah, Troy. Troy Mooney. So the mantises don't seem too interested in Troy. Oh, we'll just wait this one out. What's the worst that can happen? We'll just have to wait. I am going to try the corrosive heart on him with Summers. Oh, speaking of Summers... Oh, yeah. We got a little bit of time left before they get hungry again. And I will get working on this table. Do I have a stockpile under the butcher and stuff? No, I don't. Nope. You know what? That is a great idea. Let me do that. Actually, do I have enough to build another shelf? Because I'd rather do that. I'm not going to cut down my blood orange tree. What's this? That's an oak. Another oak. Not growing that up. Is there any trees here? Yeah, this one will do. How much wood do I have already? None. Okay, good. We're going to need some of that. Let's get that. 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 And that. There we go. Oh, and that. Alright. Let's go ahead and do some of that stuff. Oh, set to nothing? Really? I didn't know that. Let me try that out. That's a great suggestion. Where do I want to put this? I'll just toss it there. Oh, you know what? You're right, because they won't even touch it then. Clear all. I can just Okay, yeah, I'll just leave that alone. And this I'll leave here because I want them to haul that if there's room, of course. There's probably not, though, right? Because they would be doing all this. So I am going to need more shelves. It's a very messy living room. Very, very messy living room. There we go. And we will do... I like that idea for now. Nothing too great. Wow, that table looks kind of cool. Can I change that style if I wanted to? Probably when I'm building it I could. Oh, Dark, go get some sleep. Yeah, no, thanks for stopping in. You really need to get some sleep. Oh, Nitram, thank you for that. Yeah, I completely forgot about that, actually. That's a very, very good point. Let's see. I can probably just keep them in here and straighten that out and get a door to separate them. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Let's reinstall this here. Butcher table? Or do I want my meals in here? No, I'll put the butcher table, because the butcher table is bloodier. So yeah, it's going to make a mess. And I'll pop a wall in, like, somewhere in here. Right? Yeah, it looks good. Let's see. If I put a wall there, give myself a little bit of room. Maybe I'll put this here. That way this have a little bit easier way of walking straight through. Yeah, see, there we go. Oh, thank you for reminding me. That's a great point. There we go. That should be plenty. I could probably make this even more spacious. Do the pawns care that much? They probably don't, but I do. Why not? See, you guys can see a little bit of what I go through on my own here. You get to experience my craziness. Ooh, good. The Garbage Society's attacking. Alright, battle positions. Here we go. Summer. I want you here? I want you... Yeah, why not? Let's just put you there. Mow. Actually, no, because by the time they get there... Actually, that should work. Mow. There. Good night, Zark. Thanks for stopping in. Hope you have yourself a good evening. Get some sleep. Get some good rest, friend. Okay, Shrimpy. Alright, so yeah, nothing at all. Huh. See? I know so little about this game, in reality. I really appreciate that, thank you. Now, who's making a sand castle all the way down here? You have all this sand right there. Alright, here we go, We got Troy. Let's see how this goes. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Oh, good. Mooney's down. This is a big decision. Do I want Mooney? No, because Psychopath's not too terrible, but the cleaning, social dumb labor, I really don't want to slave right now. See, there's my roommate being loud, like I told you. My door is closed, by the way. How crazy is that? You think I should save him, Shrimpy? I don't know. He's so demanding, like, as a colonist. Like, hold on, wasters. They're reliant on something, right? Am I misremembering that? Oh no, psychite dependency, right? Yeah. We don't have psychite, so they're going to be a head case if we don't get any. And we can't grow any in time, probably. They go catatonic after a certain amount, right? Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, see, Shrimpy? This, Troy's not long for this world. The Psychite depends C+, you do crazy shit, right? There's very good exotype, but yeah, this really, yeah. Yeah, no, not planning Drug Lord, at least yet, but usually most of my colonies end up going that route just on their own. At least the ones I'm not, like, being meticulous about. But what we are going to do, unfortunately, Shrimpy, this person's not going to be long for this world. We are going to strip them of their clothes, even though their clothes are really not that good. They'll probably just be sitting on a shelf, honestly. We have way better clothes. I forget, I'm not playing Tribal Colonists like I'm normally doing. I'm playing as Anomaly. So we're not even going to strip them. We're just going to let Summers take care of this problem. Go ahead, Summers. Go enjoy yourself. And we'll let Mo go do his thing. Yep, there you go. It's okay, Shrimpy. Sorry, just go into that long night. Go into the long night already. There we go. There we go. Okay. Go ahead, Summers. You earned it. There you go. This game is so brutal. I remember one of my friends watched the Nothing series, and they reached out to me and they said because toward the end of that series they have that big bar battle, which, by the way, if you haven't watched the movie Desperado with Antonio Banderas, yeah, yeah, Shrimpy, shh, go to sleep, ASMR. No, but if you haven't watched Desperado, it's a 90s movie. It was directed by Robert Rodriguez, and Quentin Tarantino's in it, and what's his name? Steve Buscemi. And of course, Salma Hayek, how can I forget her? And actually, there's a lot of people in it. But it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I loved it ever since I was a kid. Me and my best friend, even though it was very inappropriate for us to do so, we'd watch it all the time because it was one of those movies that, I don't know, my mom just had an HBO recording of it. It was like an Antonio Banderas hour. It was like a VHS HBO recording of like Assassin, Desperado, and Interview with the Vampire. I don't know, just weird, just absurd 90s movies that were all really good. And yeah, in the Nothing series, oh, that was crazy. In the Nothing series, that battle is inspired by Desperado, and it gets really bloody. And my friend messaged me, he goes, "Hey, this is like, I thought this was like a kid's game." He goes, "I watched that scene, and there's just blood everywhere." I was like, yeah, it's usually how it goes in Rimworld. It's hard to explain this game to people, because it really does have such an air of innocence, especially some YouTubers out there who like stream. Let me put a torch in the bathroom. They do like they'll do like a mouse race mod and things like that, so it looks like real cutesy. Yeah, right. That's what I said. It is crazy, because it does. If you're just like, instead of looking at all this like spiky furniture, if you're just looking at these pawns sleeping, you might get the impression, if you had absolutely no idea what game this was and you're looking at, you might get the impression it's kind of like a kid's game. I mean, certainly it doesn't look any more harmful than like The Sims. Even though as a kid, you know, in The Sims, I would always like try to draw my pawns and stuff. But but yeah, it certainly has an air of innocence to it at face value. But then, you know, you get all of this stuff, and even more importantly, you have a zombie eating this person here. This is the real Rimworld behind the very innocent veil. And the drugs right next to it, of course. Yeah, Shrimpy. Dark seems to know their stuff. Yeah, you might want to hit them up about that. What Sims did I play? I played a lot of them growing up. So when I grew up as a kid in the 90s and early 2000s. Like I was still like a single digit kid, and then so I played Sims 1, like the OG Sims, on, like, what was it? I don't know what Windows it was. Windows 97. And then I played Sims 2. But see, when I was growing up, I was really poor. And so I would always play these things at my cousin's house. Like my one cousin, my aunt, she had good money. So whenever I would go over her house, I would always be able to get things like McDonald's and play the Sims. And he had a PlayStation, so that was cool. So I'd play things like Silent Hill, even though I didn't know what I was doing at all, and I would get nightmares from it. There was something really addicting about it. And Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2, like the top-down Grand Theft Autos. I feel like I grew up in like the best time for video games, because I remember being a kid, going to my brother's house when he'd babysit me before he went to the Marines, and he had or no, I guess it was after he returned from his first thing or whatever. But anyways, he had an NES, like he still had like the old school one, and so I'd play games like Excite Bike and stuff like that, like the old school stuff, and that's what I was playing like when I was 5 and 6, or games like that. And then Super Nintendo, naturally, like at friends' houses, and my mom got one eventually. And I would play those kind of games growing up, Sega Genesis. And then right when PlayStation came out, I was like 5 or 6. And so my cousin had a PlayStation, and getting to see those graphics for the first time, like, people look back at PlayStation now and be like, oh, it's so hard to have a frame of reference to how mind-blowing Crash Bandicoot really was. Like, if you look at Crash Bandicoot now, like the old Crash Bandicoot on PS1, you'd be like, what is this? But seeing that compared to like Super Mario Brothers, it was literally insane. And then, you know, like my favorite game as a kid, well, one of them was Metal Gear Solid. And I got this demo from Pizza Hut once as a kid. It was like a Pizza Hut game demo thing. It had a couple games in it, and Metal Gear Solid was one of them. And me and my best friend, would always play that game until you get to the part where you have to crawl through the vent to get to that tank room. It would always, as soon as you start crawling into the vent, like, we would do everything. We would literally farm that game for hours, doing anything we possibly could, until the demo ended. And then you crawl through the vent, and as soon as you crawl through the vent, the demo fades out and ends. And so we would play that all the time. But then when you look at Metal Gear Solid 1, and then PS2 comes out and you have Metal Gear Solid 2, oh, that graphic jump was insane. So yeah, seeing the way graphics have changed is just incredible. But I feel like I lived in the best time for game graphics progression and seeing the leaps and bounds they were making. But yeah, this game seems pretty innocent, doesn't it? Oh god, I forgot. Hold on. These shelves aren't like the regular shelves. If you hit allow all, it really does do this. No corpses, please. And no waste either. Am I missing anything? No buildings? That seems no rotten. Definitely don't want that. There we go. I keep forgetting to maintain. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Let's have Summers eat this body some more. Just to try to get it off the shelf a little bit. Yeah, Sims 2 was amazing. I didn't start PC gaming until 18. I just realized my new colony's been eating without a table. So, Ray, I do that all the time. Literally all the time. So you have plenty of company in that area. 358 days. All right, that's a bit much. You should have noticed the mood debuff by now. No, I'm guilty for it too. As a 2006 kid from a country where consoles and video games always come with years of delay, Flash games. Oh my goodness, yeah. Flash games. I remember Newgrounds. I think Newgrounds is still a thing, isn't it? I remember playing what was it? It was Newgrounds. Armor Games was another one I would do all the time. I feel like there's another one I'm forgetting about right now. There's probably 2 or 3 of them. I remember in middle school, we would sneak, when we go to the computer lab, we would actually sneak games, because our teachers, we knew more about like computers than most of our teachers did. So we'd find ways to get around like the little like filters they had. And so we would go on to like Newgrounds and Armor Games and stuff. and play games like in computer lab. Oh yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of those sites kind of follow that route, you know. And I remember as a kid, when I went to go live with my dad, he actually made really good money for a time at least. He owned his own construction company, and he got a new computer at the time, right? And he he got AOL, but you used to have to get like these discs, and they had like a certain amount of hours on them that you would get internet for. It was really a wild time, and yeah, that's how I would play those games a lot over his house. Oh god, but I remember that even on Newgrounds back then, there was like a lot of those games, like adult games where, you know, you had to like do certain things, and you know, you had the people taking their clothes off and stuff. It was wild, wild times. But I remember it was such a more innocent time. At least, well, I guess because I was a kid. You know, I used to go to like see what my Harry Potter house was, you know, Pottermore and stuff like that. That's what I was doing for the most part, and playing games. Alright, so, let's see, I'm neglecting my colonists. Oak tree's not grown yet. We don't really need to do too much. I want to get a stone cutting bench going, and I want to start utilizing all this fabulous mountain we have here. Look at this thing. This giant mountain, and look at this. We have, oh, a dead turkey. The wolf did not get hurt. It would, yeah, that's a wolf, right? Yeah. So the wolf did not get hurt. We will grab the turkey, and I forgot about these alpacas down here, too, that the mantis has killed. Let's go scoop these up too. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Did you hear that? It does like a sound. Not a fan at all. They're kind of cool though. So we'll go collect these dead bodies. That way we can make that into useful food. We have these crystalline walls. I never messed with any of the crystal. That's the Biomes Caverns mod. I do know that. I was originally going to use this for the ice. Ancient Danger. Got it. Yeah. I was originally going to use these as an ice replacement for the Iceberg series, because they look really, really cool. But then it was like, the crystals are like a whole thing in that mod. It's more than just like nice walls. Like there's a whole bunch more to it. So I just said, no thanks. Topple the castle or whatever that armor game was. Yeah, that was a cool game. And Stick Wars, I remember that game. I have a mod for cute furniture, and the chess tables kind of look like the normal tables, so I was just thinking I had a table. Oh, gotcha, Ray. Yeah, no, that's understandable. I think that should count. They should be able to eat at a chess table. My one cousin, for the longest time, it was the coolest thing in his like bachelor years, I guess. I remember going over his house for a party once, and his table was a poker table. Him and his roommates had a poker table as their kitchen table. It was a legit poker table. And I just remember him coming out, and he goes, guys, you got to see this. And we'd have no idea what he was going to bring out. And he brings out this big stack of comic books, like these awesome comic books. And we start looking through them and stuff. It's like, oh, dude, this is so cool. Oh, what a party. It sounds like a nerd party, but it was actually a very, like, just standard, like, not a frat party, but a standard party. How many mods do you have? I think Giant Mantises was not one of the Eldritch Horrors that I had to face in my last colony. Let me take a look, Netrem. That, it might tell me if I click on one. No, that's an oak tree. There we go. Oh, this thing's injured. Oh, it's not going to die, though. Let's see. Does it tell me if I click on this? Oh, Biomes Islands. Biomes Islands. That Biomes mod's really cool. Yeah, this is from Biomes Islands. Yeah. Yeah, they're really neat. Where's the other one at? Oh, there it is. Alright, let's see here. I keep going off track. So we got some bodies up here. Oh, we need to make more food, though. Oh, we didn't put the walls in. Whoops. Let's do that. That's on me. What is this here? Cancel that for now. There we go. Do we have any more wood? Probably not. That's good enough. Good, good, good. Oh, you know what? We can just use steel, actually. Oh, we did use steel. Oh, no, we didn't. So what? That's a steel door, though. Alright. That's fine. Summers, I want you to keep feeding on Mooney before they go rotten. I think they're just so drugged up that they didn't notice the... Yeah, yeah, it's possible. Also, a lot of love, so the mood is always high. That, right, that's one thing that, for my iceberg colony, I had no idea I was going to get that lucky, because I never played with a high mate before. So when Flossie came onto the scene with Ice Cubone, you know, normally a colonist would be very miserable, because he didn't have, like, acidic or sanguine or anything like that. So I was expecting him to have a couple, like, breakdowns. And as soon as Flossie came into the scene, like, he was the happiest person in the world, and so was she. Because of that bond they had. That's, like, one of the most overpowered things you can have in a tough environment, is that, like, high mate bond. That thing, between all the love and whenever they would look at whenever I look at their, like, mood, it was always just rows of green every time. They never had a problem at all. Everyone else was breaking down left and right, though. Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. I'm always going to be looking out for high mates now anymore, as soon as that happens. Yeah, that's good for meals. Let's get... Oh, here we go. Perfect. In fact, we could probably move one of these into the kitchen. Just cancel that, cancel that. Let's do steel walls instead. Structure, steel, 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 steel walls. I didn't click on it. Oh no, a protection fee. A band of thugs sent by the Lions call you from nearby. They offer to keep your colony safe from any threats, even the ones potentially caused by them, as long as you pay a fee of 150 silver. I thought we had enough silver. Oh, I might be thinking about Crash Landed. Be warned, refusal can anger the thugs. Well, we can't even pay you if we wanted to. Yeah, they seem happy about your refusing their offer. Okay, well that's good. I'm sure nothing will come of that. Nothing will come of that at all. And let's get a bookshelf too. I love the way the books look on the bookshelf. Where is that bookshelf? Ah, yes. Nice little bookshelf. We will put that... Oh, what's a cozy spot? I'm guessing right here. No. Right there feels right. Ooh, Astrid, thank you for reminding me. Let's get that into the bathroom. We'll put that right there. And then, what else, what else, what else? How are we feeling, Alfred? How are you doing? Are you okay? You like your surroundings. That's good. Alfred's doing great. Astrid's doing pretty good. She observed a corpse. She didn't like that too much. Mo. Opinion of best friend Alfred. Oh, he's best friends with his dad. How nice is that? Very cute. Okay, and Summers doing great. As long as you have a full belly, Summers, that's all I care about. As far as the bodies go, let's look at the bodies. Any more down here? No. How about over here? Any more bodies? I don't know. I don't remember if the wolf will attack, like it will opt in to attack a muffalo when it's desperate enough, or if it'll just hunt one of us. My hunch is that it will just hunt one of us, because the muffalo might be too big. Something to think about. Oh, you know what? This whole time I'm wasting time on... Oh, here comes the lions. Hold on, lions. I'm thinking I could do fishing. Oh, back to fishing. Right off the pier. Actually, I want to do it this way. Let's Let's do a smaller area like that. And we'll shrink this in. That looks even enough. There we go. We'll fish off the end of the pier. Is it too small? Too small. There we go. Alright, let's go take a look at this group attacking us. Well, maybe a group. The Lions, they have a bio-coated pump shotgun. That's unfortunate. That's bio-coated. Heavy Sleeper and Neat. They're not a great shot. They're better at melee, which is fine. Olivia the Greedy. From the Industrial University. I kind of like that. They are unwaveringly loyal. That's unfortunate for her. Because I was going to really consider her for that mining. That would have been nice. Highmates are one of my favorite xenotypes because of that very reason. 15 consigns. Yeah, Nitram, they're awesome. Oh, Ven, this is day 6. We're on day 6. Nice to see you, friend. I was going to have the hygiene mod until they... Yeah, right. I didn't mean to have it on either. So we're just kind of rolling with that. We also have the hospitality mod on too, but I don't know if I'm going to utilize it. Ooh, maybe the wolf will be hungry enough to attack Olivia. Let's take a look at her. I like that spike helmet. That's kind of cool. And she has armor on. That could be a little bit of a problem. If she stays alive long enough, we are going to have to kill her because she's unwaveringly loyal, but... the helmet and the steel plate would be really nice to have. I should have made some wooden traps to possibly injure people. No health conditions. Alright, well. She has a bad reputation. Love that kind of stuff. Alright, we'll just let her do her thing. I know she's coming for us. What else was I thinking about doing here? I know I was just thinking about something else. I don't know. We'll just let it ride. Let's see what happens. Actually, oh no, Astrid's sleeping. Okay. Alright, Summer. Summer's coming down here. There we go. We will have you... Alright. Actually, I gotta think about this for a second. She has a bio-coated pump shotgun, so that means she's gonna shoot at us. I wonder if I hide Summers here, have her come down here, put a pawn right here, maybe, so she gets distracted, start shooting at them if she doesn't see Summers, and then Summers can come out and flank her and attack. Yeah. I might just do that. Yeah, let's try that. Let's have Astrid... No, Alfred? Shooting 4... Shooting 3. Alright, Alfred. Oh, wait, we don't have any other guns. It's kind of a good pawn. The loyal thing is unfortunate. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Shotgun, she got ambusher, you must... Thank you, Master Yoda. Alright, so Summers is going to want this meal. So, Mo, you have a shotgun of your own, which is great. I know what I'm going to do. Okay, I think I figured it out. Mo's going to go here. How far away is she? Where is she? Oh, she's all the way up there. Okay. We are going to do one of these things. Summer... I can't assume she's going to not target Summer. So Summers is going to go down here. And then Astrid is going to be a pawn. And she is going to go here. Right? I'm going to use her kind of as a... Well, no, she's not really necessary. Sorry, Astrid, I didn't mean to wake you up. It's fine. Because Mo's going to be right there. Actually, Mo, I want you right here so you get better cover. So hopefully Summer will be too far down for them to actually care about. And then they'll just target Mo, and Summer will come up and just kind of take care of the rest for us. Let's go ahead and speed up time here. Oh. Alright, Olivia's doing something completely... Astrid, no! They're going after you and you're fishing. Astrid, come inside. Oh no, this is going to mess with everything, isn't it? Alright, my plans have been foiled by Astrid. Alright, new plan. We can still flank her. Summers is going to go down here. Mo, you're going to go right here. Oh, wait, should I take advantage of her being in the water? No, because she could still shoot from the water, so... Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright, that's a very violent shot. Good job, Mo. I love the tactics. Alright. Go get him, Summer. Yeah, you should be fine. Let's have you go behind the tree just in case. Oh, you are aiming at Summers. No, don't do that. I need Summers. Alright, Mo. Stand. Oops. Alright, yeah, let's do that. Hold open. I need you awake. Go in that room. Summers, you doing okay, bud? Yeah, you're fine. Just a shot to the torso. Nothing they can't handle. Alright, Olivia, it's your turn. The ball's in your court. What are you going to do? You're going to set my field on fire? Take that. Alright, Mo's hurt. That's what I was afraid of. It's just a little bit of rice. It's not the worst thing. How hurt are you, Mo? Not bad. Just a shot to the stomach as well. We'll take it. Now what are you going to do, Olivia? You're going to die in 6 hours. We shot your ear off. That's what you deserve. See, I told you guys I'm terrible at this game. I really want to charge her with Summers, but if she gets a lucky shot in Summers' head, then we're going to lose our best fighter. And I don't think a little bit of rice is really worth all that. Mo. Yeah, good shots, Mo. Good shots. It's alright. Alright, well that's fine. I mean, the threat's been taken care of. Health-wise, yeah, you're alright. Oh, you know what? We need a health spot, don't we? Hold on. See, this is something I always forget too, is medical stuff. So for right now, we'll just throw you on the ground. That'll be fine. Go ahead, Mo. You get to the ground. Go rest. Who's the better healer? I'm almost positive it's got to be Alfred. Yeah, for sure. Summers is fine. You'll just naturally heal. Go consume Olivia. Now, they're not going to like it, but we're still going to strip Olivia. Because we're going to take the armor plating and the helmet. They're going to hate wearing tainted clothes. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Oh, no, she can't do firefighting. Huh. That's unfortunate. Alright. Alfred, you actually have to go extinguish these fires. We're just going to have Astrid take care of Mo. He's not even that bad of shape anyway. Get your water in. Wait, why can't you heal Mo? I don't want you to romance him. I want you to take care of him. She's definitely not doctoring. That's interesting. Alright, 10 doing without medicine, I guess? I don't know. I don't think we have medicine in it. Oh, no, we do. Now, if I take you off, will you tend to him? Looks like she's going to. She's not. There. I don't know what that was all about. Alright, Alfred. Good. How nice is that? We didn't lose anything. Our rice is fine. Our bodies don't have too many bad shots, so they're fine. And, yeah. Everyone's okay. What a perfect battle. The only downside is that since Olivia died, we're going to be able to wear only tainted gear. But we're still going to take her gear. Yeah, the armor's at 70%, which is fine. We shot it up a little bit, but it's not bad. And the helmet's fine too. So yeah, those are going to help us in a battle in the future, probably. Ain't no way I can handle a plate armor waster. Then I can barely handle them. So I'm sure you would do better than me. As I said in the beginning of the stream, I'm actually terrible at this game. It's just the editing that makes it look way better. And I do tend to get lucky from now and again. But yeah. Yeah, sometimes not so good. Like organization-wise, I'm garbage at that. Like, look at this. This is a mess. I've seen people play this game and have everything just nice and neat all the time. Let's reinstall this here. And we'll build a copy and put it there. Well, once they do that. Alright. And then we'll have room for that. Lots of meat on the ground here. Let's get cooking, so we're not at least wasting it. We'll make, I don't know, 20 meals seems fine. What else? What else? We're gonna need some lights. We're gonna need some electricity. We're gonna need all sorts of good stuff. How much wood do I have here? 75 wood's not bad. That's actually the exact amount we need for another shelf. Let's look for a nearby tree and see if any are ready. 91, that's pretty close. Oh, this one's good. Perfect. There we go. Items on shelves looks organized. Yeah. That's like my life, right? It's like, hey, stuff's in the dresser. That's good enough, you know? Combat Extended. I like it. I think it's some good stuff. I'm trying to remember the details about Combat Extended. Like, if I'm not mistaken, isn't Combat Extended, that includes like lassos and things like that? Pretty sure that's part of Combat Extended. If that's the case, like on the Iceberg series, there's some enemies with lassos that are like really deadly, like the Neanderthals and stuff. Oh, that's melee animation. Okay, I'm trying to think what specifically is Combat Extended. I can't remember. I have so many mods going on. I don't know. They kind of blend together at some point. Do you have like a specific thing from Combat that I can jog my memory with? Oh, ammo to weapons. Do I have that on? I don't know if I have that on. I don't think I do. I didn't realize my shotgun was in such poor condition. No, I don't. I have seen it played before, and I've done it myself. I know what you're talking about, like with the it's kind of like PUBG with all the different ammo types and stuff. You have like the little ammo storage and things like that. I played with it before. I like stuff like that a lot. I think it adds to the immersion. Anything that adds to the immersion for me is pretty great. That being said, some stuff can get tedious. Like earlier in the stream, I was talking about the Dub's Bad Hygiene. I didn't mean to have it on for this playthrough here, but we have it on, so might as well just roll with it. And I have Dub's Light, like the Dub's Hygiene Light, and I actually really enjoy this because I was trying to, in a series I'm doing right now, I'm playing with Dub's Bad Hygiene, and I tried doing like the regular Bad Hygiene with it, and I was just struggling, to be honest. I know it's a skill issue of mine, but like running the pipes through and getting the water pump to pump the water efficiently in the way that I wanted it to, and connecting it to the sewage and taking care of it, it was like a whole thing. And I tried doing a test playthrough where I just threw on dev mode and just allowed them, like, just built freely to test everything out. I still couldn't get it to work, and I was watching tutorials and stuff, and it was just a mess. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do the light version. With that said, I love anything that adds immersion. So yeah, the Combat Extended with ammo and stuff, that is really cool. Oh, there's my roommate again. She's playing something. I think she's playing Fortnite. Yep, she is playing Fortnite. But yeah. Yeah, I would say right now my favorite mods, if I had to pick any... where's my mods? Where am I blanking on this? Options. Like my favorite for sure, I love the biomes mods. I love pretty much all the mods I use, but the biomes mods is great just because I really like the islands. Yeah, that's good noise. I love the islands. They're just so cool. And I haven't done any deep caverns, but there are some. Let me see if I can find any for you guys. I wonder if it's just when it does map generation, but let me see if I can find something cool for you guys. I really want to try these out. I haven't tried them out yet. Oh, yeah, I should probably pause, huh? So the Biomes Caverns mods adds these things in here. So we have a fungal forest cavern, which just sounds so cool. I still have yet to check it out. I keep telling myself to do it, but I don't. So underground wetlands formed by subterranean water sources leaching into the stone have provided ample surfaces for a plethora of fungi, both dangerous and benign, to flourish. The combination of wet, soggy terrain and narrow caves make building here difficult. The unceasing dark and damp make illness and fungal infections common. That just sounds so cool. It reminds me of the Underdark from like D&D. I don't know. That just sounds really neat. But then you also have these other types of caverns here. A shallow cave, and this is a tropical forest or tropical rainforest variant. And see, the geological landforms mod that I have adds these cool little landform features. So this is a southern cave entrance. So kind of gives you an idea. They have, if you click this, search for nearby landform. Look at all this extra cool stuff that's in for like map generation. Like you have maps with you can pick a cell with a secluded cove. That's what we're at right now, a secluded cove. And then I haven't done most of these, like secluded valley. I haven't done sinkhole. It sounds awesome. I just haven't tried it yet. I don't know what the hell a scary is, but it sounds cool. Swamp hill. That sounds kind of awesome, honestly. But yeah, they have all these different features. The archipelago, that's really cool. So yeah, I haven't tried the cliffs yet either. I'm wondering what they're like. That sounds really interesting. I might have to try that out. Coastal island. Yeah, so they have all these different things here. Like, for example, the Less series, the Nothing series. I always call it the Less series. That was at a dried lake bed. Yeah, dry lake right here. That's the one I picked for that. So just to give you an idea of like, what that could look like. But yeah, they have a crater. That sounds really cool too. I haven't checked out most of these. I'm kind of mad at myself now for not looking at them. But shallow cave sounds awesome. But the one I want to show you, let me find one. It is called Earthen Depths. Yes. Look at this. So listen to this description. Deep within the depths of the planet's crust lie the most inhospitable of environments, forged of the rock and magma near the mantle layer. The molten rock and extreme death make both dangerous and difficult to survive here. I'll make it both. But those that do survive have greater chance of finding earthen resources from ore to gems. Like that just sounds like an awesome place to do a series, doesn't it? Like it's stuff like that these modders do that I can't get enough of because it gives me so many story ideas. Just like that makes me want to make dwarves right there. More specifically, like Durger, like the Dark Dwarves. I don't know. It just makes me want to do stuff like that. So if you ever need ideas for colonies or for I guess colonists and settlements, try getting a mod like this that gives you different features and just click on them and see what they're like to give yourself like an idea. Like here's the crystalline caves, right? Like it's so neat. So that give you some good ideas. But yeah. Yeah, so let's see. I don't remember what got me on that tangent, but yeah, here we are. I think I was talking about mods that I loved, yeah. So I love that one. Obviously, the fishing ones are pretty awesome. I'm really enjoying the, what's it here? What was that one mod? The camping tent mod, I honestly probably going to get rid of, but it is a cool mod. Some of these I'm not even familiar with exactly what they do, but... yeah, it's some good stuff here. Oh, the riding animals mod. What is that one called? Giddy Up, I think it was. Yeah, Giddy Up 2. Yeah, here it is, Giddy Up. That's a big favorite of mine. I love seeing a trader riding on a polar bear. Yeah, then I love that. The fact that, yeah, you could start on a passable. When I made the Void series, or I could call it a series, when I made the Void video, which is my first one from like coming back, that oh no, we put tainted clothing down, didn't we? Oh no, okay. Let me make a quick stockpile zone for tainted clothing. Oh, but I would have to exclude the armor. But if I let this sit out, it's going to be on top of my crops, which looks weird. I kind of feel like being lazy, though. I'll tell you what. We will do... I know what I'll do. I'll make a tainted pile clothing. They'll drag everything over there, and then I'll just get rid of it and let them pick up the other stuff. Okay. I'm a lazy Rimworlder. So let's see. I'm just going to create a dumping zone here real quick. Okay. We're going to clear all. We're going to make it critical for tainted. Peril. Right? Yeah. And then they'll drag everything over there, and then we'll just get rid of it and let them pick up the other stuff. Okay. Ah, Shrimpy. Sorry to hear that, man. Oh, I just realized. Where did my... Did we pick that? Oh, yeah, I guess we did pick those herbs. The, what is it called? Why am I blanking on the name? The medicine herbs. That's what I'm going to call them, the medicine herbs. We can harvest that apple tree. How are our mantises? Oh, this one's dead. What happened here? Crack one. Oh, so they attacked each other. Oh, no, no, no. Don't want to tame that thing. Oh, mantis on mantis violence. Such a shame. That's going to be insect meat, though, I'd imagine, right? Almost certainly. How can I tell? I feel like it should be right here. Am I just looking past it? Well, I'm going to assume that's going to be insect meat, which we do not want to eat. So why would I want to butcher this thing? The leather type is green shell, so let's take a look at that. A strong green chitinous shell. That's probably really cool to build with, so I do want the shell, but I don't want the meat. Alright, we'll just have to be mindful of that. But yeah, overall, this is looking pretty good. Yeah, Shrimpy, hopefully you can get your stuff put together. Get that taken care of. An event might revive this place. Yeah, try any kind of event. We have a couple events we can do here. We have... On our side of things, we have a... Well, hopefully we don't have to use a funeral, but we have a dance party. I don't remember what that does exactly. Oh, it gives us development points. Oh, they all give us development points. Yeah, I don't remember what they do. I know one of them gives us a colonist, another one recharges psi focus, and another one does something. Oh, faction goodwill. Faction goodwill. Summers. Let's get you to continue eating Mooney's body. Is it Mooney? Yeah. Okay, so we're good. We're good. This is looking like a nice little nook. Nice little nook inside here. I do really love this map, though. Like this, the way they generated this. This looks so clean. I don't know. It just makes me feel better about life. I don't know how to explain it. There's something really, really nice about the way it generated this. Eventually, I do want to carve into the mountain, but I don't think we're ready for that just yet. We have to eventually do our research. That's how I'm going to want to probably tie things up here. Getting us to start our void research. Yeah, then. Yeah, that gorgeous map. You know, as great as vanilla is, the modding community really does. It's kind of like Skyrim, right? Like, the modding community really keeps it alive and keeps it fresh and going. I mean, and that's no disrespect to the game at all, right? Rimworld's an insanely amazing game, but you know, the modders' passion and love for it just really helps take it to another level, like Skyrim does. Because you can play vanilla Skyrim, you know, all the time and still have a great experience, but there's tons of mods in Skyrim that just make it next level. I mean, there really is. I mean, there's even a Skyrim mod. There's a Skyrim mod that replaces what was that main what's the main dragon's name from Skyrim? The main antagonist dragon. It's like oh, I can't remember the name. Oh well. But hey, have fun, Nitrim. Good luck. Take care, friend. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, that main dragon, it's like, it's not Valorant or something like that, but I don't know, you get the idea. But you can replace him with Macho Man Randy Savage. Just have Macho Man Randy Savage landing and going, oh yeah. Alden? Yeah, it is something like that. Yeah, Alduin. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I love that game so much. It's been a while since I played it, though. I've put many hours into Terraria, and mods have a very good part of it. Yeah, then I've played Terraria a bit. It's been actually a little while since I've, you know, dabbled in it. That game, I actually really do enjoy it. I haven't tried any mods for it, though, actually, as odd as that sounds. Just because I haven't gotten too deep into the game. Like, I get to a certain point in Terraria where, you know, I fight, like, the first, like, giant, I think it's the Eye of Cthulhu. And then usually there's, like, another thing I fight after that. And I get to a certain point with, like, all the hooks and stuff. Like, you know, I can't remember, it's like Amethyst Hook or whatever the better one is. And I start getting to, like, the deeper part and the corrupted parts. And then I don't lose interest, but I just get overwhelmed, I think it is, with, like, I have all these new people showing up, like the druid and stuff, and I'm trying to figure out what they need, and I'm doing fishing and figuring out what I need to craft. And the hardest part for me in that game is figuring out how to allocate all my resources, where to put, like, the chests and the crafting stations in an efficient way, and it starts to get overwhelming for me almost. And then I just stop playing it, because then I'll give it like a 2-week break, and then I'll go back, and I have this mess that I left myself, and I'm just like, I'm just going to start a new game. I don't even know what to do. And then it just kind of, the cycle repeats. So, but it's been a while since I played that. The Mega Mantis. Alright, so, I've been neglecting my poor colonists here. Summer, how you doing? You're doing good. That's the most important thing. Mo, how are you actually doing? You don't have to keep resting if you don't like to. Yeah, you're fine. Oh, there's my roommate. She got shot in Fortnite. We still haven't moved this tainted clothing yet, though. Can we please do that? Force work in a haul planet. Huh. So they're saying they don't have a place to haul it, though. I must be doing something wrong here. Allow tainted apparel. I need to put the whole word. Maybe I need to do that. Is that what I was doing wrong? Let's see. Nope. Interesting. I wonder why they don't recognize that. Huh. Oh well. Alduin. I've also seen Alduin as Tom's... Oh my... Yeah, Copperlock. I have seen that as well. That's... It is mildly disturbing, to say the least. You know, funny enough, speaking of Macho Man Randy Savage, oh my god, I saw, what was it? I've been going back and rewatching South Park. Like, I started back on season 1 and been working my way kind of through the seasons. And I'm on, I kind of worked my way up through all of them actually, and I'm on like whenever they introduce Macho Man, oh, it's so funny. Just they capture him so perfectly, just the way he's flexing and stuff. Oh, it's so good. And my favorite probably episode of all time in that show is Make Love Not Warcraft. I think it's like season 10, pretty sure. And God, like season 9, 10, and 11 are probably my favorite seasons. They're so perfect in every way. They're like the perfect I guess not algorithm, the perfect setting for South Park. Like they don't I started falling off when they started doing like the all the every episode ties into the next one. But man, those couple of seasons there were perfect for me. Yeah, Make Love Not Warcraft is probably that's what got me to start playing WoW. I don't know if any of you guys play World of Warcraft at all. I play it off and on, or on and off, I guess is a better way to say it sometimes. But what is this? An abandoned colonist from the Goblins? That's a cool colony name, the Goblins. Corey Smith from the Goblins, and part of the Great School religion. They're a genie, an apocalypse survivor, and an abandoned colonist. Thick-skinned, tough, wimp, and delicate. Wow. It's a pretty great colonist. We could kidnap them. Nah, it's not going to be worth it probably. But still, very cool. I love doing that in Rimworld. Like whenever you have a passerby, checking them out and seeing, kind of making up a little story in your head for them. It's a great time. Alright, let's speed up time here a little bit. Let's also make another bed. We'll make a medical bed. This room's getting cramped too. Actually, no, Mo will be alright. Let's do this. Let's expand this room. Let's start focusing on these guys here. Let's get this cleared up. Summers is just remembering the life. They're having flashbacks to their life a little bit. Looking at the kitchen. Little glimmers of memory coming back in as they stare. Oh, Summers. We know you're in there somewhere. We will find you a cure. But for now, you're going to be our killing machine. Look at the way you eat the bodies. Okay. So, any interesting creatures that I should take note of besides the other mantis? Doesn't seem like it. What we got here? Some trout. That's kind of cool. Kind of disappointed we haven't seen any sharks yet. Big old great white. That was probably my favorite part of the Stranded series. If you guys haven't done that, you should. I'm actually thinking about making a video going through and building, like, kind of remaking that map of the Stranded series, like with all the wreckage and things like that kind of floating around everywhere. Just to show you guys how I did that. Because it took some time and it took a lot of testing to get that to work. But that was like my favorite part. Because that video was a lot of hours. But there's times where there's just nothing. It's kind of like sea ice where there's just nothing. It reminded me of actually Survivor Man. That's what kind of gave me the idea for it. If you've never watched Survivor Man, you should do yourself a favor and watch it on YouTube. He has all of his episodes on there. And he does a behind the scenes, like a director's cut version where Les Stroud's actually like, he's in his living room and he's talking about the show and he's kind of giving you a behind the scenes of what he was thinking in that moment, what was actually going on while that was happening. And I love a lot of his stuff like that. But he has this one called Lost at Sea. It's like one of his earlier episodes. And I was just watching it the one day and it's so peaceful yet terrifying. Like the thought of being secluded at sea, especially in like a little raft that's constantly leaking. There's something so like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like one of those weird things, you know? But that's what gave me the idea for the Stranded series, was that, like watching that. I'm like, man, that'd be so cool to do in Rimworld. But in Rimworld, it's kind of like that. There's many times where a day or two will pass by in that game where absolutely nothing happens. No, Heather. Well, I mean, Ambiguous Amphibian has something sort of similar to that, where he does a series, or a video rather, of what was his name? Seaman, I'm pretty sure he calls him. As funny as that sounds, yeah, it was like Seaman and his cat Caesar. Yeah, that's what it was. And he has him on like a little island that he lands on. And he starts building out with the terrain mod. What was that? Terrain or Terraform Rimworld rather. Yeah, yeah, his sea ice one was awesome. That's actually the video. That series got me to start making content on YouTube. Like that's what inspired me to make like Rimworld content on YouTube was his sea ice series because I loved it so much. I thought it was fantastic. And so that sea ice, yeah, yeah, that sea ice series that he did. I don't know if you catch it, but I purposely in my sea ice series add a couple little homages to him, like I'll say like certain things like the way he did purposely, like I don't know, maybe a sentence or two, and I do that on purpose, not to copy his style, but to pay respect and homage to the person that kind of got me going on this route too, you know, because you know I just, you know, I love playing Rimworld and I love doing this stuff with you guys, so yeah. But yeah, in the Stranded series of mine. Oh yeah, Hazor? Yeah, then absolutely Hazor. He's great too. I love his stuff. He just he actually just put out that new one about making a like a what was it, Supreme Being or something? I haven't watched it yet, but I have it saved to my playlist to watch. I can't wait to check that out. Yeah, I don't think he streams anymore. He streams once in a while. I see him. He'll stream, you know, usually like Sims or something. He probably got burnt out. If I had to imagine, he probably got burnt out on Rimworld, because he did for a while there. When I started first watching him, he was cranking out Rimworld videos a lot, and Zomboid videos too. So I would imagine he probably just got a little burnt out. I'm sure he'll be back to it though. He's got like a whole enterprise over there. He's got like a couple people working for him, and he's like doing all that stuff. That's really cool. It's awesome to see like somebody who used to watch do like Project Zomboid, like modding stuff. You know, watching that and then seeing him, you know, becoming what he is now. It's so cool. But yeah, the Stranded series, there was times there where I was playing the game and I felt just like Les Stroud, where I would just be sitting on my raft for days with nothing happening. And the coolest part about it is, you know, I would do like one of these where I zoom out and it's all open ocean except for like wreckage here and there. And you would see like a new shape on the map, like this turtle, for example. But instead you would see it's like something cool, like a hammerhead shark or something. And then you'd zoom in and like check it out and it'd be like fighting a dolphin or something. You're like, oh, you know, some entertainment out there. And so I don't know, it was a good time. Good time playing that Stranded series. I can't wait to get the sequel like actually started as far as making the video. Miss Kimchi? I'm not familiar with Miss Kimchi. I'm ashamed to say. Are they a Rimworld creator? Yeah, then he has been branching out as well a lot. Spiffing Brit, I have a lot of love for Spiffing Brit too. Spiffing Brit's awesome. I watched that that Zomboid video he did, where he kind of does the ambiguous thing. He does AA's concept on staying inside the house. Do I want to do royalty? Probably not. I'm terrible at the royalty stuff. Yeah, so they don't seem too interested in this clothing. I wonder if I can get... I'm going to force... Do I want to force Mo to wear this stuff? You know what? No, we'll just leave it out there. Who cares? Let's just let it rot away. If Mo has to be in a situation where he needs to... Well, he kind of does, though, doesn't he? It's our only shot, so Mo, go wear that. Put it on. hold on. Now I'm going to force you to wear this too. Good. Now let's get it inside. That's good. Now let's make you take that off. I wonder if it's just like a bug or me just being terrible at the game. Alright, go put your clothing back on. Cannot haul biot-coated shotgun. That's so strange. Well, I guess we can't really sell that or do much with it anyway until we get a smelter. And we have plenty of steel in this mountain, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, we'll just let that stuff rot. Unfortunately, yes, a lot of Rimworld. Spiffing bread is awesome. Yeah. Animals in Rimworld, you mean, Heather? Are you talking about Zomboid? Let's see. Things are going pretty good here. Let's move these beds now that they got the mining done. I just do all my calling in army. And you're talking about Rimworld? Alright, let's get another shelf going here, too. We have the bookshelf. Why aren't they using that? Yeah, I missed the hauling though. Yeah. Alright, so why aren't we working on this mantis body? That's going to be gone in a day. Summers is just, again, having flickers of their old humanity, staring out longingly at the sea. Oh, what an image that is. That's a perfect little shot for a YouTube monologue, huh? Little video monologue right there with the wind blowing. Look at that. See, that's kind of screenshot I would try to capture for a moment. That's perfect. Gotcha. Oh, I went too far, too far. There we go. Okay, so now, let's see. We have the rice harvesting happening here. That's great. Our potatoes are a little far behind. That's okay, though. I shouldn't have even planted potatoes. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess it doesn't really matter, but yeah, usually they're just meant for, like, poor soil. So that was kind of dumb. I have an overwhelming desire to download the game now. If you're talking about, yeah, Heather, go for it. Why not, right? Go give it a shot. It's a, it's a fantastic game. Might as well give it another go, right? Start a colony, maybe do a fun challenge for yourself. That's what always helps. Like when I was doing the Void series, being under mountain and stuff like that, I loved every second of that. Vin, you got a fun question? I've got a couple of friends that kind of like watching me play this game. Do you know how I can make it more interesting for them? Just be yourself. I mean, if they're your friends, they obviously like you, right? So yeah, I mean, just, I don't know, if they like watching you play the game, that you kind of already got it figured out. Just play the game and be yourself, and it sounds like your friends will have a pretty good time. You know, it's I make it sound easy, but truly, I mean, it is. I'll put it this way. I think I'm probably one of the most uninteresting people in my life because of how many interesting people are in my life. And I get a lot of comments on, these videos and stuff saying how good they are and stuff. And I'm just like, really? Like, you like them? Because I feel like they're so, I don't know, inferior compared to like other Rimworld content and stuff. But people tell me the opposite. So I think you're your own worst critic, like I am probably. And if you're anything like me, I second guess myself with almost everything, or at least I used to. I'm getting better at it. It's something that happens over time. And so, if enough people, if thousands of people, you know, over time are telling me I'm actually doing good, and I keep thinking I'm not, there's a one common denominator there. It's me. It's me thinking I'm not, right? Just naturally. So yeah, if your friends tell you they like to watch you, do it. Why not? Like, I don't ever really stream because of my MacBook limitations, but once I get a PC, I'm going to stream a lot. I might even do it like on Twitch and on YouTube, stuff like that. I don't really know. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm going to stream a lot. And I'm going to want to play like a ton of games too. Like, obviously Rimworld's close to my heart, but there's games like Borrow Trauma I want to play. I get offers once in a while, not sponsorships, but just different companies reaching out to me, asking me to check out games for them, like giving me Steam keys for like smaller games. And kind of like Edge, what was it called? Edge Islands, things like that. And, you know, I can't really do it because I don't have a PC. But yeah, once I get that going, I'm going to be streaming and stuff. And I say that to say I'm terrible at streaming. At least I think I am. You know, I feel like when I watch people, they're so much better than anything I put out. But, you know, you just got to practice. And over time, you'll get there. Yeah, Heather, exactly. It is a great dilemma. Alright, let's see here. Alright, now will they haul this? No, they still won't haul it. So fascinating. Alright, let's get rid of this. Maybe because I made it a dumping zone. Well, for now, that stuff will just stay on the floor. I don't think it matters, and this stuff will rot. The only thing is, I want them to haul that silver. Mo, will you haul that? No configured spot to store. That is so interesting. I guess we might be out of storage, technically. Let's build a stockpile zone. Or not build one, but let's make one. And then let's see if he'll haul the silver now. Yeah, he will. Okay. Oh, so see, now you're willing to haul that. Alright. So maybe that's what I was doing. Maybe because I made it a dumping zone, it just didn't like that zone outside. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pause. I'm going to make a stockpile zone. We're going to do critical, clear all. We're going to do tainted. Tainted. Where's tainted? Apparel. Get rid of all this stuff. And now they should focus on putting tainted apparel right here. And then we should be good. Yeah, that should work. Yes, you are your own worst critic. You are. Aw, thank you, Heather. I really appreciate that. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, I can't wait to play it. There's especially around Halloween, there's so many games I want to play like with you guys streaming. Like one of them's Iron Lung. I don't know if you know much about that game. That game looks awesome. I purposely like stay away from certain games like fully. Like I've seen parts and I know certain things about plot lines. But yeah, I stay away from certain things just because I really want to play them. So I'm working on getting a PC, hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. And then like I mentioned, Borrow Trauma, just all sorts of games like that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Oh, one of them's Kenshi for sure. Like Kenshi's gonna be a big one I want to play. I have so many ideas for Kenshi. Yeah, I'm actually really, kind of really nice to hear that from you. Oh, Ven, it's honestly, you can do it. If I can do it, you can definitely do it. I think I stumble all over the place. I'm terrible at this stuff. So, yeah, anybody could do it. It just takes practice, you know. Just takes practice. It's kind of like with anything, right, in life. Like, I don't know, martial arts, stuff like that. I know I'm not the first one to say this, but could they get a multiplayer with that base? Yeah, Heather, that would be really cool. I'm sure they'll get it eventually. I mean, I know, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Rimworld has a mod that kind of works for multiplayer. I don't know how good it is, though. Dumping zones only accept chunks, and I think corpses by default. Got it. Ah, okay, Copperluck. Thank you for that. Yeah, I wasn't sure what I was doing. As I said, I am not great at this game. I just make it look great when I edit and stuff. I am always messing up. No, I appreciate that, though. Let's see. Let's expand the zone. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for these guys. Now I want them to research, but I want to tidy up one more thing. I guess I'll... Oh, maybe I'll get the... I don't even know if I want that to be a permanent bathroom, though. Probably not, right? Nah, let's start the research. Let's have the fun. Summers, you're doing good. You're not even hungry. Astrid. So here's the next thing. Who do I want to be my anomaly researcher? Let's take a look. Now, Alfred Ashmore might want to, simply because he's an older guy, and he is a mad surgeon. So I'm trying to think, when I play with these characters, I try to think of what their motivations might be. So Alfred might want to be young again, right? That seems like the obvious one when you're a little bit older, like he is. So that's something we can lean into. Maybe he wants to study these abyssal, void, eldritch type of things to possibly out of self-interest for youth. His daughter, Astrid... Medical helper, herbalist. Oh, it's summertime. Yay. She might be interested. Probably create a couple of reasons why she might be interested. So here's how my thought process goes when I'm kind of working on this on my own too with different series and stuff. So she might be interested in this because she's the only one in the group passionate about art. So maybe something's calling out to her. She's got a bit of a science and medical background, so I'm getting, you know, what's that called when you're is it naturopathy? Is that the right term? When you're use like medicinal herbs and things like that over like pharmaceuticals, something like that. So maybe she's kind of leaning towards that, and she's maybe using this for some type of healing or some way to like make an even better type of natural remedy for stuff, right? So maybe she wants that. Mo here. Mo doesn't really fit the bill too much. He's an engineer drone operator. So he seems more like a nuts and bolts kind of guy. Very, logical, sort of mechanical focus. So he doesn't make much sense to me as far as the person that would be the, person that studies this. Homeopathic, thank you. Yes, that is the one. Homeopathic healer, yes. Absolutely. So yeah, I'm thinking we go with Astrid. Alfred does make a lot of sense too, though. Darn. What do you guys think? Should it be Astrid? That's the one kind of leading the charge on all the Cthulhu kind of stuff, or should it be Astrid? Or Astrid or Alfred? Who do you think would be the more interesting person to run that story arc through? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you leave a like. Haha. God. You know, it's funny. I purposely go out of my way not to like mention anything about liking or subscribing or anything like that. Just because it's not a bad thing. Like, I don't mind people that do it, but I don't know. It just seems kind of I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. But I'll tell you what, you guys are awesome. Like, I don't even ask, and I feel like people do it all the time. Which is great, because that means I'm doing something right. People are subscribing and I don't even mention it once. Like, that's amazing to me. It's like, wow, you guys are awesome. Because I know me personally, I'm the kind of person that will watch someone and I will literally forget to subscribe sometimes. It depends. If I really, really enjoyed it, I always make sure I like. But sometimes I don't subscribe right away if I don't like trust them for some reason, like that they're going to constantly put out the type of content that I like, or frequently enough. But if I hear them say it, I'm like, oh yeah, I probably should subscribe to them anyway. But yeah. Oh, another nice sandcastle. Oh god, that zoom in is a bit harsh. Look at that water. Isn't it so nice? Love those little details. Astrid has the turret pack on her back. She is ready for... That is true. That is absolutely true. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Astrid too. Yeah, homeopathy, yeah. I don't know why I was thinking naturopathy. Huh. I wonder why that got in my mind. I guess it kind of just, I don't know, links together in my head. Or herbalist, yeah. Or she want to help. That's a good point, Heather, actually. Yeah, that's a really good one. Yeah, maybe her dad's like too proud or something to search for like those answers himself, or maybe he's too you know, maybe he like lost a colleague or something in the past. Ooh, that would be a good little one, wouldn't it? Oh, maybe that's where their mom went, right? That makes perfect sense. Yeah, maybe that's why the kids don't have a mom with them and it's just him and the kids. Their mom was like dabbling with this. Oh, that would give Astrid... See, we're making a story together, guys. Look at this. That would give Astrid even more reason, because now her dad said we're not going to dabble with that ever. And this thing dragged their ship chunks down here. And he's like been warning them not to touch it. But Astrid is probably going to go against her wishes like any good teen, or I guess she's like, what, 22? So young enough to where she probably still wouldn't listen to her dad's advice. I think the father would be the one that's looking to get healed, and Astrid would be the one who's trying to... Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. I think absolutely Astrid would probably do it for her dad's sake. Yep, see, look at that. And he's too apprehensive about it because that's how they lost their mom. She got like sucked into the void. Yeah, absolutely. Me too, Ven. Me too, absolutely. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, YouTube's interesting. Like checking all the channel statistics stuff and seeing how it fluctuates and what drives viewership and people to your page and what do they call it? Impressions. Yeah, it's very fascinating stuff. Yeah, I think the thing that helps impressions the most, if I remember correctly, is watch time. That's like the #1 metric on YouTube is watch time. And then following watch time, it is probably views. Well, it's probably a combination or a tie between watch time and actual interaction. So like comments, things like that, like any kind of discussion. And then after that, it would be views, and then probably likes after that, and then probably subscribers. If I had to guess how YouTube has it laid out. But I noticed watch time is like the most important metric for sure. Sorry about my dog. She's barking to go out. My roommate's like teasing her. She's about to take her out. Copperlock. This kind of storytelling is literally what I'm here for. The Desert Loner storyline hooked me. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Less was so fun to do. Ah, God. I was not expecting that series to go the way it went or for anybody to really like it. Honestly, when I was making the Less series, I was like, no one's going to watch this. You know, I'm doing like voices. I have like this emotional plot line, and I'm adding different elements like, you know, stuff into it that people might not resonate with. And then turns out everyone really liked it, you know? That was really cool to see. Not gonna lie, I love watching people develop stories. It's about... Me too, Ven. Me too. It's a lot of fun, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Heather. I'm thinking, yeah, the guilt would totally wreck him. Man, my chat, I feel like I'm seeing things so much later than I should. I don't know why that is. Let me see if I can kind of redo it. Now let's try. I don't know why my delay is so high. There we go. It says my bitrate is good. Yeah, I wonder why my delay is so high. Huh. Okay. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? That would tear him up. He would be so upset if he was the reason. Alright, so now we have this rotting body up here, so we're going to have to handle that. Let's get that buried. Where is that again? Miscellaneous grave. Right now we'll just throw the bodies up here. We'll make a couple extra just in case. Summers is doing great on food. Can you eat a rotten corpse? No, you can't. Do we have any meat lying around that you can eat? Unsuitable food. Oh, you can eat the insect meat. Yes. Oh, that's so good. Yes, get rid of that. Enjoy that, Summer. No one else wants that. Oh, look at that. Doing us a huge favor there. It's just gross to look at. Food poisoning. Incompetent cook. Let's look at our cooks here. Well, they both have a 4 skill, so I guess that's true. But it is a clean little area, at least. Oh, you don't do that for raider corpses? I do that just to get them out of the way, honestly. Plus, it's kind of a way, like, of sending a message, isn't it? But yeah, for the last series, man, that was a good time. Funny enough, a lot of people might not actually realize it, but Master Carter in the last series is a real person. That was my real karate master. Yeah, it's my real karate master. Well, it was. Uh-oh, where's this wolf going here? Hold on. What are we up to here? This thing's charging at something. Is there any animals? No, but it doesn't say anyone's being hunted either. Where's Summers? Summers, we're going to have you on standby right here, just in case this wolf gets any funny ideas. Oh, he might be going after the fish, though. Let's bring you right here by Astra, just in case this wolf has some funny ideas about him. Yeah, we're watching you, mister. Are you going to eat the body out of the ground? That'd be kind of cool. Uh-huh. Go ahead, mess around and find out. Summers will rip you apart. Oh, yeah, I got a little nervous there for a second. I was like, is this thing not telling me it's about to attack Astrid? Okay. Alright, that's fine. We're cool. We're cool. You can eat all the fish you want. We'll keep you fed. How about that? Maybe we can tame you eventually. What does it take to tame you? An 8. We're nowhere close to that. Can a ghoul eat raw fish as meat? That's a fair question. It can. That's also really good to know. It's about the story and the deeper the better. Yeah, I agree too. I love story-driven content. Yeah, definitely sending a message. Yeah, it's true, Copper. They do have a lot of them do have kernels of truth. Like Master Carter was real, and he used to really do that. By the way, like that thing I talk about in the story where he'd be like, "All right," he would literally go in, and he looked just the same as he does in the video, but he had like a beard, and he always had a Bluetooth in too, like a little like thing in his ear, because he was like what did he do? It wasn't construction, but something similar. I think he was like a tree cutting contractor or something like that. He owned his own company. So he's always like taking calls like after stuff. It was great. Can I fish for you? I could. I haven't been fishing in real life in years, but yeah, I totally could. It's funny. I love fishing in games, but in real life, like down here in Florida, I haven't gone at all. I don't really like fishing in real life too much. Just too much of a hassle. But yeah, Master Carter really used to do that thing where he would come up to us after like an hour and a half of doing drills and forms and sparring and all that good stuff. He would come up to us and be, all right, all we're going to do is 5 push-ups. Everyone can do 5 push-ups, right? Everyone here could do 5 push-ups. And we all knew what was coming next. He'd be like, of course we can all do 5 push-ups. We know these aren't going to be regular push-ups. It'd be like the craziest thing. It would be like dolphin push-ups mixed with like I don't even know what else. Like, you have to hold it down for like 30 seconds, come up, do a dolphin push-up, and go back down for 30 seconds. It'd be like some of the craziest stuff you can imagine. Yeah, I could try to fish for you there. Yeah, Vin, Florida. Florida. No, gators are fishing for us, if anything. I don't know how people do it, man. As I said, I moved down here about 2 years ago from Pennsylvania. Now, in Pennsylvania... Oh, Alfred, you're messing up the floor, man. Come on, bro. That's not cool. Hey, look, he's got a helmet haircut, and there's a helmet right here. That's nice. But, in Pennsylvania, you know, you can go fishing and swimming in any lake, right? Because I used to do it all the time as a kid. You just jump in a lake. You go on a boat, go out in the middle of the lake, jump in it. Some of the lakes are deep. They're a few hundred feet deep. Some of them are caused by glacier melts and stuff, but it's cool. Some of them have, like, villages underneath them, like Lake Wallenpaupack has a whole village that got drowned out by it, but that's kind of dark from a dam that was made. But anyway, but yeah, you can go swimming, and you don't have to worry about what's in the water. Sure, there's some big, like, largemouth bass that might think your foot's like a meal, and they might, like, touch it or something and then get away as soon as they realize it's not a food source. Or, I mean, technically the worst thing, besides parasites and, like, leeches, that you can run into in a lake in Pennsylvania is, like, a pickerel, which is kind of like a freshwater barracuda. But even they, I mean, they get big. They can get up to, like, 3 feet or something like that, but even they're not going to really mess with you. You know, they're not going to bite your foot almost at all, ever, unless you're swimming in the dark or something, and it's just a mistaken thing. But you don't have to worry about anything in Pennsylvania. But then down here in Florida, I see kids, like teenagers, jumping into lakes like we had in Pennsylvania, just as cloudy and as muddy, and you can't see anything. And I'm just like, how are you guys doing this? Because I seen gators everywhere. And I wouldn't risk that at all, because it's not like a fish or something that can't really hurt you. That's a real thing that can eat you alive, like straight up eat you. You don't stand much of a chance even against a smaller gator. Like a 4-foot gator can take you out, and I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2", and I don't stand a chance against a gator that much. Like, there's not really much hope. So yeah, it's one of those things where I don't know how people do it down here, but they just jump right into a lake without caring about it. It's like, man, it takes a special kind of person. You could say it takes a Florida type of man. My aunt had a house in Tampa near a lake. There was a gator in the lake, and it used to show up there. Yeah, we have a lake. I'm kind of near, well, I guess sort of near Tampa. But, yeah, we have a nearby pond, I guess you can call it. And I've seen like a gator or two in there, and nobody really swims in it, though. It's kind of nasty. One thing about Florida that I learned is, obviously there's a ton of farms here, which I wasn't that aware of at the time. But, there's a lot of farm runoff and stuff that makes the water stink terribly. Like, it smells like sewage water a lot during certain hot days and stuff like that, if there's a lot of, like, farm runoff. And, yeah, it's really nasty sometimes. But the ocean, I love swimming in the ocean here. It's fantastic. Yeah, Copper's right. Yeah, like once a week or so. Yeah, that's totally common here. They have gator crossing signs and stuff down by. I went to Miami last summer, and it's like a 6-hour drive, 7-hour drive from where I'm at. But I drove down there, and there was gator crossing signs and stuff on some of the roads I was on. Yeah, that's a whole thing. I was told that one of the first weeks I was down here, I went to a gas station nearby, and the guy, he was like, well, where are you from? And I was like, oh, I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm like, Scranton, Pennsylvania, where the office is from and stuff. He goes, oh, okay. And he was like, here's one rule you need to know, Yankee. I was like, okay, bud. And he was saying that kind of teasingly. And he said, if there's a body of water, but he did it more of a saying, if there's a body of water, you got to make sure there's no gators in it. And I was like, oh, okay. And so basically, yeah, if there's ever a body of water, you have to assume that there's a gator, essentially. And so far, he's been kind of right. New Jersey? Yeah, Jersey Shore. Huh? Piers are basically small amusement park. Yeah, I went to oh, what was it called? I used to go to Jersey, Delaware. What was that place in Jersey? Point Pleasant. That's what it was. I'm pretty positive that's what it was called. And I'm yeah, it's got to be that. Yeah, I went to Point Pleasant a couple of times when I would go with my aunt, because she, she had like some ability to go, so she'd take me and my cousins there. And then when I got older, in my teens, me and my cousins would sometimes go to Rehoboth Beach down in Delaware. That's a really nice beach. Their boardwalk fries are insanely good, like insanely good. Put some salt and vinegar on that, like oh man. That's one thing that's missing down here in Florida is, they have some awesome food, but man, they don't do pizza or like fries or anything like that good at all. Like they don't do subs good. I mean, Pennsylvania we call them hoagies, but yeah, they don't even know how to make a steak and cheese down here at all. At least most of the places I've been to. Oh, you like snakes? Yeah. My kryptonite is snakes. And my god, the snakes of Florida. Yeah, some of the snakes are cool and bad. Yeah, my hand got there's a really cool snake I had to pick up not too long ago. It was this long, like sleek black snake, and it was harmless though. I looked it up and I was able to safely remove it out of the yard before the dog got into a fight with it. But the one time, it wasn't a snake. One of my first times down here, I used to love going hiking in Pennsylvania, because really in Pennsylvania they have tons of mountains and stuff, so you can go hiking anywhere. There's nothing here. Everything down here is flat or sunken in. It's the opposite. And it's like completely flat down here. It's absurd. But there's still hiking trails and stuff. And so I went for a hike, just kind of going. And it was kind of an off beaten path where you could tell there hasn't been too many people, maybe like a person like earlier that week or something. And I was going, and all of a sudden I had to stop because I felt like this string hit my face. And it was like a tough string, like almost like I don't know how to explain, like a guitar string kind of thickness, I was like, oh, what is this? And then it turns out I walked right into an orb weaver. And for those of you who are uninitiated, let me explain. I will initiate you. An orb weaver is it depends on the kind, but this was like a golden orb weaver, I think it's called. It was a giant spider. Now, I'm not that afraid of spiders at all, honestly. Actually, the Spider Bro Reddit has actually kind of kicked any fear of spiders out of me, for the most part. Especially jumping spiders. I love those little guys now. I'll hold them in my hands all the time and stuff. They're adorable. But yeah, if you have a fear of spiders, check out Spider Bro Reddit. It'll help you. But where was I going with that? Oh yeah, orb weaver. Walked right into an orb weaver without realizing it, and I happened to look down on my shirt because it was a smaller part of the path where a couple of trees were overhanging, and I looked down, and there's a spider about the size of my palm, maybe a little bit bigger with the legs, just sitting on my chest, kind of figuring out what it wants to do. And it has like this crazy pattern on its back that kind of looks like eyes. And so I'm looking at this thing, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, am I going to die right now? Is this thing like venomous? What's going to happen to me? And luckily, I didn't have to like do too much. It kind of figured it out, what was going on, and jumped off my chest and kind of did like the Spider-Man glide down to the ground type of thing. But yeah, that was kind of intense. We have black widows and stuff here, so, you got to be a little careful where you're going, what you're doing. Cheesesteaks are one thing I miss so much. Really, Texas? Okay, that's cool. I've only been to Texas once. I've been to Denison for a business trip. Back when I had a pretty good job with a company. Went to Denison, Texas for a project. I didn't know they do cheesesteaks down there, though. That's pretty cool. Let's see. How are we doing on food? We actually have a lot of it. Alright, let's get some meals made. Do we need meals? Probably not for now. We need more storage, though. Every time I go back home, I get at least 2 cheesesteaks before flying back. Hey, there you go. When I went to... Funny story about me going to Texas. No, they don't. They're only out of Philly. In Texas, we have one dude who transplanted from Philly with Rose. Hey, there you go. That's what you got to do. Oh, they closed down from COVID, though? That sucks. That's a shame. Yeah, you got to find those people that transplant. There was a place in Scranton where I grew up. That's where I used to live before here, Scranton, Pennsylvania. And it was called Antonio's. And it was this old school Italian dude. And he was straight out of, I think it was, where was it? Was it Yonkers? Or was it Staten Island? Geez, I don't remember. But maybe it was the Bronx even. But anyway, point being, I can't reach any of those fish to kill. Oh, you know what? I forgot. You can eat these fish. But he would ship. I don't know if this is like a placebo effect or what, but he would ship water from New York City into Scranton, like straight up ship water from New York City to Scranton to make his pizza. And his pizza was fantastic. It tasted just like New York, like a New York slice. So yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, down here in Florida, we don't really got any good pizza where I've been, at least. I'm sure there's a spot or two around, but I haven't found them yet. Alright, let's see. So we got this wolf hanging around. That's kind of dangerous. We can't really be dealing with that. Oh, we got this lavender growing. That's very nice. So I think now... Oh, we brought the tainted clothes inside. I don't like that. Where's the helmet at? Where is that helmet? Astrid, you're wearing a tainted helmet? Don't you not like that? Yeah, tainted helmet. Why are you wearing the helmet then? So I wonder why they can't haul it out here. You know, the only apparel we have anyway is tainted apparel, right? So we can just have them do that. Wait, put that helmet down, Astrid. Because that doesn't exist anymore. There we go. Perfect. Takes care of that problem. Okay. There we go. Now no tainted apparel, and they're good. Oh, oh, yeah. Let's move that out. Okay. Perfect. I lived in Pensacola for 3 years. Okay. The best pizza available was mellow mushroom. Hey, I've had mellow mushroom. I don't live in Pensacola, but I've had mellow mushroom. We have one kind of nearby. They're good. They're pretty good. There's a little food cart that we used to go to called Street Meat. All the sandwiches were so good for them. Oh, nice. Sweet. Some wanderers joined. Very cool. Hope that playthrough's going good for you, Shrimpy. Yeah. Yeah, Pensacola. I'm trying to think how far that is from me. It's not too far. But yeah, Florida's cool. Florida's pretty neat. Not too bad. I want to go down to the Everglades. The Everglades. I still Still haven't been there yet, but I heard it's called Jurassic Park now because a lot of people have been releasing pythons into the wild because they can't seem to take care of them as pets. So they let them go in the Everglades and they kind of just go insane because they eat all the wildlife down there and they don't really have anything to stop them except for gators. And so now you have two apex predators that just keep eating each other. You have pythons that are eating gators, and you have gators that are eating pythons. It's kind of wild. Some barbecue. Heather, I love some barbecue. Oh my god. There is some good barbecue spots around us. That is true. We have a really good Jamaican spot around us too. Oh my goodness, that is good stuff. And we have this one food truck nearby that's it's a Mexican food truck. Oh my god. It reminds me of the spot up in Scranton called the Talos, which used to have like some of the best Mexican food you can imagine. And it's just like that. Oh, Summers, you don't have to be drafted. There you go. Oh, nice, Shrimpy. Yeah, hopefully you save him. But yeah, Florida's cool. And that's the series I'm working on now, is the Florida playthrough. The Florida series. Got some fun stuff going on in that. Alright, let's see here. So, we got a pretty good thing going on. For the most part. I think we're ready to do our research event. What time is it? It is 9. See, this is what I think it's like. This has to... I don't know. For any bilingual speakers, I'm very jealous of you, by the way. Because I wish I could do that. I'm sure I could eventually, but... I just don't have the patience or the time, really. But when I convert the world time of like 21 hours over to 9 o'clock, it makes me feel bilingual. It's my way of relating to bilingual people. I'm like, oh, you don't know what 2100 means? Let me explain. That means 9 p.m. Yeah, so we will fast forward time. And yeah, we got 40 meals, so we don't need any more food. So let's fast forward time. Let's get to the next day. And then we'll have Astrid do her ritual here, where she will study this monolith, this very mysterious monolith. Got a little later start than I wanted, but, I mean, what's the rush, right? It's not like we have anything better to do. Our base looks rather cozy now, except for, could really use for some more storage here. How much wood do we have? Oh, we only have 47 wood. That seems to be something we need constantly. These poplar trees are pretty much ready to go, so let's just do this. Get all these poplar trees, or not. Yeah. Oh, I meant to tell you guys about Texas. So, speaking of Texas, funny story. This is a story I'm about to tell you of how I stalked Afro Man once. The rapper Afro Man. I accidentally stalked him a little bit. So I was traveling to work, and I was pretty excited because I got selected for a project after doing some really cool stuff at an entry-level position for a company I was working for. And I kind of proved myself to be, worthy of doing something, cool. And so me and this guy, Steve, he was on the project team already. We were kind of broing up and talking about stuff. And we were flying together, and our boss, or his boss, my future boss, Carol, she was flying a little, seat away, a couple seats away. But anyway, we go from Pennsylvania, fly down to Atlanta for a, why am I blanking on words? Like a layover kind of thing. We're waiting for the next flight. And it's going to be 3 hours, right? So we have 3 hours to kill. So naturally, you go get some food, stuff like that. So me and Steve, now Carol is this older lady, like in her 50s, possibly 60s, And me and Steve are both in our 20s. And so what we did is, and this was when Afroman was still a little bit relevant. Well, not really. This was like, what, 2019? So it was right before the pandemic hit. So me and Steve, we were going to the bathroom, right? And I'm at the urinal, you know, not to get too detailed here, but I'm at the urinal doing my thing. And I'm standing there, and, you know, if you're not familiar with how a urinal is, you're just kind of standing there, and the next person will stand next to you. Usually there's a little wall between you, and that's it. You just kind of do your thing and wash your hands, get out. You know, rule number one, you don't make eye contact with the person next to you because it's kind of weird, you know, all that stuff, you know. And so, anyway, I'm at the urinal, and this guy stands next to me, and he's a little bit taller than I am, but he looks way more taller and imposing because of his hair. And I have to look. And I look over, and he's got like a gray spot in his hair. He's a little bit taller. He's got this, you know, big hair. And he's got the, like, nicest leather jacket I've ever seen in my life. Because after I see him, I glance over, I see him, I'm like, huh. And then I finish, you know, doing my thing. I walk back from the urinal, I'll go over to the sink, and I can still kind of see him, you know. So I look over, I'm looking at him, and he's got these, what has to be like gator or like snakeskin leather boots on that are like beautiful and white. He's got these like just really nice clothes, and he's got a cane that looks really fancy, but you can tell he doesn't need it. He's just using it for style. And I'm like, this guy is like, I don't know, he's got so much pizzazz to him. He's very flamboyant. Like, he's just like, wow, he pops out. He's peacocking everywhere. It's cool to see, you know. You can really appreciate when someone's just flaunting, you know, their style like that. Because I don't have much style. I'm like a t-shirt and jeans kind of guy. But I can respect and appreciate when I see someone. Oh, God, what's happening? Oh, a mantis versus a wolf. Here we go. Little nature fight. I kind of feel bad for the wolf. I kind of want to help it. Hold on, I can't let the wolf go down like this. What am I doing? I'm a monster if I let that happen. The mantis is heartless. But is it our place as researchers? We have to put our mindset. My instinct is to help the wolf. But as researchers and logical people, is it really our place to interfere with nature? These are the questions, folks. I think we let nature take its course. That's what they would do. None of them are good with animals. Oh, the wolf won anyway. Wow. It's probably going to die soon. Yeah, 7 hours. We will help the wolf if it's injured, because we are medics. So we will help the wolf. We're not animal experts, though. So if the wolf goes down, we will take care of it. I will put an animal spot. Where are we at here? I'll get back to the Afro-Man story, I promise. Animal sleeping spot. There we go. So, there we go. We will take care of the wolf as soon as that happens. Let's continue chopping trees. Last year... Oh, hold on. I missed a couple chats here. Wait, so Heather, you lived in Pensacola too? And Copperlock did? That's crazy. That's really cool. Okay. Now you're back in Michigan? That's cool. That's a definite temperature difference for sure. Yeah, but if those pythons manage to get the keys... Yeah, the key deer could definitely be in trouble. Absolutely. Wow, and Copperlock was in Michigan? This is crazy. That's cool. That's cool. You guys have a lot in common. As researchers, this is not a natural fight. That man does. That's a fair point, Copper. Very fair point. But the wolf won anyway, so I guess we don't have to worry about it. But yes. So, anyways, I looked at the guy. I was like, wow, the guy's got a lot of style. And so I go out, back out, and Steve's kind of already out there, just hanging out on his phone, waiting for me. And so I come out, I'm like, Steve, you got to see this guy when he comes out. Like, this guy's just styling, right? Some kind of cheesy stuff like that. And so out comes this guy, like a few moments later, And again, he walks up to this beautiful woman, and then I notice she has like a suitcase, like she's holding like a bag of her own and stuff, and then she has a suitcase by her feet. And it's like, I start looking at the suitcase because it's really interesting. The suitcase is all bedazzled out. Like, it's like, I don't know, it looks like it's a bunch of diamonds, but it can't be a bunch of diamonds on the front of the suitcase because that would be a big waste of diamonds. But it looks like that. And maybe it was now in retrospect. But it's a suitcase with a ton of just like shiny diamond looking stuff on the front. And then there's a big cannabis symbol in the same kind of diamonds in the front, centered in the front. And then alongside of the cannabis symbol are a bunch of photographs, like almost like Polaroids, but obviously, not. They're kind of encased within the case. And I noticed it's like, oh wait, that's Ludacris on that. And wait, oh wait, that's, Jay-Z. And it's like, wait a minute. He's in all these photos with all these guys. And now it's starting to all come together to me. Right? It's like, oh, wait a minute. I know this now. So it turns out it was Afro Man the whole time. And so I was like, I really want to get a picture with them because Afro Man's awesome, I'm like, but the wolf's down. Wolf's down. Alfred. Rescue the wolf. It's got 3 hours to live. And while you're doing that, I'm going to Astrid begin her fallen monolith investigation. Yeah, Heather, it was crazy. It was absolutely nuts. So I see him in there. I'm like, I don't know. Wait, are you about to give the wolf medicine? No, we don't give wolves medicine here. Hold on. Oh, can I stop you from giving it medicine? Without the medicine, please. There we go. So yeah, it was crazy. So I was like, I gotta get a picture with him because I really appreciate him. How do I do this without coming off as weird? Because I just saw him. We literally exchanged quick glances in the bathroom. So I feel like it's a little strange to be like, hey, can I get your picture? So I'm trying to figure out in my mind what to say to him. And I tell Steve, I'm like, Steve, that's Afro Man. And he's looking, and he goes, oh my God, it is. Right? And we both look like guys that wouldn't probably listen to Afro Man. Right? So, but we want to get a picture with him because we like Afro Man. So it's like, how do we do this without coming off as weird? And so we do the weirdest thing possible. We both just start following. We both just start following Afro Man through the Atlanta airport. And so we follow him for like a little bit, and Carol's looking for us. She calls Steve. She goes, where are you guys? And we're like, oh, we're following Afro Man. We want to try to get a picture with him, but we're waiting for him to stop at like a natural stopping point. So we get like, hey, Afro Man, really love your work. Can we get a picture? But I didn't want to talk to him right after the bathroom, so we're kind of following him, waiting for him to like pause for a second so we can get a picture. And she has no idea what any of that means. And she goes, just tell me where to meet you. And we're like, oh, we don't know. We're like, and so as we're on the phone, or as he's on the phone with her, we're looking for a place for her to meet us. He goes to Popeyes. And so now he's in line at Popeyes with his girl. And so we're like, oh, we're at Popeyes. And she goes, okay, fine. So she hangs up the phone. So now we got to wait for Carol. And I'm like, okay, now is our chance, right? And so he's in line, and he keeps getting further in the line. And we just ate, so I'm not, like, in the mood. But then I'm like, well, wait, this isn't going to work out. I was like, I can't just... He's in line now at Popeyes. I can't just kind of go into line, like, hey, can I get a picture while you're waiting in line? And I also, like, who's going to want to take a picture when they have Popeyes in their hand or when they're eating Popeyes? Like, no one's going to want to take a picture. So me and Steve just eventually ended up taking weird stalker pics from our phone from across the little aisle of the Popeyes from against the wall on the other side. So we just take like kind of weird stalker photos, trying to be nonchalant as possible and be like, oh, look, it's Afro Man. That's what we ended up doing. We tried not to do the weirdest thing, and we ended up doing the weirdest thing possible. And Afro Man has no idea that it happened, but it's really funny to think about. So and then we went to Texas shortly after that. So that's my Texas story. I hope you enjoyed that. All right, so Astrid is in the middle of interacting with this monolith that says, Oh, don't worry, Copper. We got the pup saved. Do it for the medical. True. We could have been the Dark Brotherhood with Astrid. That's true. That's true. Astrid could be a Dark Brotherhood leader. Great. I'm glad you like that, Copper. The monolith's dark metallic surface is warm to the touch, and Astrid thinks she can hear a faint hum emanating from inside. The lines on its dusty surface seem to squirm in unsettling patterns. Astrid focuses on the shapes, trying to uncover their meaning. The hum strengthens. The shapes begin to flow in Astrid's vision, but the surface isn't changing. Power begins to uncoil in the empty space all around. A black shape is forming in her mind. The anomaly is stirring. Bum, bum, bum. Keep focusing on the anomaly, or should we walk away? We're going to keep focusing on it. There she goes. How are we doing on the wolf? 35? That's decent. Oh! Look at that. Crazy. As the monolith twisted and changed, Astrid was overcome with a horrifying vision. In an instant, she understood. The monolith is a doorway, just barely cracked open now. Something dark beyond imagination stirs on the other side, seeping into our reality. Terrified but excited, Astrid is convinced she can learn more if given the time to study the monolith. So now, we earned the building category of Anomaly, Research tab of Anomaly, Entity Codex has been unlocked, and you can now study the monolith and other entities to gain anomaly research. Oh, I messed up. I didn't create a containment area. I completely forgot about that. Whoops. I'm gonna have to do that. How's the wolf doing? It might make it. We'll see. Maybe I should actually let him use the medicine. We'll give him one more heal and we'll see how that does. Alright, so now we're going to need a containment room. I guess this can serve as the containment room until we get a proper one into the mountain. The well would work inside, right? If I can close that off, probably would. Actually, let's see. Okay. Alright. Oh, you know what? Alright, guys. I didn't realize how far we were going in. I think I'm going to end it at this one. I think we're going to call it here for today. This is a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to have to keep streaming this. But yeah, I didn't realize it's already 10 my time. 10 p.m. or 2200 for those who use that clock. But yeah, this is where I'm going to actually end it today. And I really appreciate you guys checking this out and hanging out with me. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me see if I can close my OBS without, like, showing you my whole desktop. Not that it matters, but, you know, it would just be rude of me. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. So, yeah, guys, thanks for hanging in there. Yeah, we've been going for about 4 hours, so I really appreciate you hanging in. And, yeah, I'm going to do this again in a couple of days. It's been a lot of fun. So, it'll probably be a little bit later because I work until about 6 my time. So, yeah, probably on Monday or Tuesday, something like that, we'll aim to do another one. But, yeah, thanks for hanging out. And, yeah, Copper, thank you. And I hope you guys have yourself a great rest of the night. And take care. All right, later.